great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust on this Weed Man Wednesday.
The Weed Man coming.
Kyle Wallace in his Weed Man hat. Brad Nortman, failure. You're our consistent guy.
I've never, ever forgotten to wear my Weed Man gear until this morning.
What, they come to your house, bring out the Weed Man mobile, and then it's all good?
It's all good.
And the lawn's looking great, too. It's already looking great. This early in the spring, and I was just like, man, thank you, Weed Man, and I let him down. I let them down.
You know what happened? He had to show up before. He had to show up at like 10 o'clock this morning. That's crazy.
9:30.
That's true.
9:30? You had the meeting.
9:30. 9 a.m.
Oh, man.
Even early.
It's at 9, yeah. I actually helped move it from 9:30 to 9. I was like, people get in at 8:30 and then do nothing until the 9:30. We got to move this thing up.
So it is interesting because normally, like when I get ready and get dressed for the day for the show, I think, what sports stuff can I wear today? Yeah, whatever, very light. But when I come in for meetings, I try to look a little more presentable, a little more professional. That's why I went with this outfit today, right? And I didn't even think about Weed Man. I was thinking about, I got to look good for the office. Shame.
Look good for the office.
Shame.
You see all the people dressed around here? Myself included?
Don't get me started. If I see another pair of yoga pants around here, boy.
Calling out the females. Wow. Alex Strouf running the show. He can do no wrong, as we know. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. Yesterday turned into a lot of things, but the thesis of our conversation was based on one statement by Alex Strouf that turned into a lot of different things, but he said Jordan Love is awesome. And I simply asked to you, is Jordan Love awesome? Do you know what Jordan Love is at this point in his career? And then when you see Jeremy Fowler do a write-up on Jalen Hurts, disobedient, going off script, not a great teammate, struggles in zone coverage, shrivels up. I mean, it was like a hit piece. If I
literally said that he is among the main reasons why the Philly offense calloused and plateaued last year.
So he's also a Super Bowl MVP.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Been to multiple.
Been to two of them. So the standard at which quarterbacks are judged is obviously very high. Even more so when you're talking about a two-time Super Bowl participant. Now, in comparison to that, I feel like I don't think there's any, he sets us back from a Green Bay Packers standpoint for Jordan Love. I mean, if you look at the NFC quarterbacks, well, just look at it.
A realization that I had today, guys, is that every single NFC team would straight up trade their starter for Jordan Love. I mean, really, when you look at it, every single NFC franchise, straight up. That includes contract and everything, because when you have a franchise quarterback, a quarterback as good as Jordan Love, you don't mind paying him that money. In fact, you hope you're positioned in such a way that you can give a top franchise quarterback that money. I'm not going to go through every single team because we don't have time for that. But if you look at the other NFC teams, I would challenge you to say, what is the team that wouldn't exchange Jordan Love? Because what do we know about Jordan Love? We nitpick him because we're comparing him to Favre and Rodgers. First ballot Hall of Famers. That's what we're accustomed to here in Wisconsin and here in Green Bay. Leadership, using your legs. These are nitpicking things. But in reality, Jordan Love is a young, still ascending, coachable, playoff/big game proven quarterback who's likable, who has all the traits and talents you want in a quarterback, like decision-making, power, and accuracy, to where he is a complete NFL quarterback. And when the Packers have struggled, generally speaking, it's not because of him, at least of late. Because say a lot about what you want about that playoff game, right? Against the Bears, Jordan Love was magnificent. Big games, he's magnificent. And he's improved over the years. Decision-making and accuracy, completion percentage, whatever it is that he said, I got to improve at, he has done that the next year. To where he is, in my opinion, the quarterback that all the rest of the NFC teams, now I'm not going to say AFC because there's a lot of studs in the AFC, all the NFC teams would do. The one quarterback I wasn't sure about was Jalen Hurts, right? Until today, where I'm like, you know what? I don't hear this kind of stuff about Jordan Love. In fact, the Eagles hired the Packers quarterbacks coach and Sean Mannion to sprinkle a little bit of that Jordan Love dust on him. So challenge me on the team, not the Eagles, the Cowboys, and Dak. Chicago Bears, don't get me started. They should hope that Caleb Williams turns into the quarterback that Jordan Love is.
They love him.
They love him, but that's only because Jordan Love is wearing the green and gold. If he was wearing a different colored uniform, I think they'd say, you know what, that Jordan Love's pretty good over there. We'll take a proven concept over Caleb Williams.
Clip that, put it on social media. Let them Bears fans
get a taste of Brad Nortman.
Yeah,
it's true.
Get a taste of Brad.
Seriously, Strouf, do it.
Literally,
and tweet Caleb Williams because he's
can't throw out of the pocket for 55 minutes. In the final 5 minutes of the game, he's magnificent, but he can't throw accurately out of the pocket. The offense sputters until the final waning moments. It's just a fact. And then I did say
Brad.
He's great. He's among the best in the NFL at the end of it. But until that, Jordan Love 10 times over. Now, the one where I'm like,
make sure I look good for the video. That's what I'm doing with it. You know I have my hat on full. I want to put it on back.
There's
the video.
two that I would hear a debate on. And that's Matthew Stafford and Brock Purdy. And I think Jordan Love better than both.
Woo!
I think they're both really good. I think they'd rather.
So you think why aren't you just saying Jordan Love's the best quarterback in the NFC?
He's the best quarterback in the NFC. He's the best quarterback in the
Matthew
NFC.
Stafford
And every
had a
other
year
team
last
would
year.
love to plug him in to their. I mean, imagine Jordan Love on San Francisco. Imagine him on the LA Rams. Imagine him in Seattle.
What does that say about Matt LaFleur when you're talking about a lot of similar concepts of other teams that are similar to the Packers?
I think they are slightly better offensive minds. I think they have better offensive lines, and they have better teams all around him. I think they have better general managers to create more weapons and more studs on offense and defense. So Jordan Love is if there's something that we can remember Venn diagrams, guys, I've described to you guys in the past.
Yeah.
There's one thing that we can come together on where Matt LaFleur and Goody, it's like, you know what? Maybe they do have something going. It's Jordan Love. Jordan Love drafted by Goody, developed by Matt LaFleur, and they've got a wonderful product. Now, we can get after Goody and LaFleur for other reasons, but Jordan Love is the prized possession in Green Bay today, and I don't see any other quarterback that the franchise would say, you know what, we're good with our guy. We don't want Jordan
800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Brad Nortman says Jordan Love is the best quarterback in the NFC, and every NFC team would trade for him straight up if they could. Do you agree with Brad Nortman? 800-990-3776. Go ahead, Green and Gold.
At first, I thought Brad was crazy when he made the statement. I said, best quarterback. Whoa. And then I said, wait a minute. After kind of evaluating Jordan Love and remembering how good the Packers were, remember, Jordan Love had this Packers team trending not only towards the number one seed in the NFC North, but also towards the number one seed in the complete NFC. That's what was happening before injuries derailed the season. And then I mentioned before, Jordan Love, since he's been a starter in the NFL, he's top 10 in passing yards and touchdown passes. That's a quality that a lot of teams would love to have. But then I thought about one other thing, Brad. Winning. What matters is winning. And in the regular season, Jordan Love has never seen a season under 500. But then on top of that, he's made the playoffs in every year he has been a starter. He is one of three quarterbacks in the NFC that have made the playoffs for the last 3 seasons. So when I look at all of that and you think about how talented he is and the lack thereof is that we have on offense because we don't have a 1,000-yard receiver. We haven't had a 1,000-yard receiver since Devontae Adams left. And it ain't a quarterback issue because one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in Aaron Rodgers, he couldn't even make somebody into a 1,000-yard receiver after Devontae Adams left. So when I look at it, I said, you know what? Brad, you're on to something. He is the best quarterback in the NFC, and every other NFC team would be so lucky to have Jordan Love. And that's why Green Bay Packers fans should cherish what we have. Y'all was talking that Malik Willis garbage. You have the best quarterback in the NFC, and as soon as the guys around him continue to develop, continue to get healthy, to continue to get better, that's when we're going to see this team reach the Super Bowl.
I'm just going to read off some of the things I've seen on the Carbless Talk and text line because Brad is making big proclamations on this. Is this a setup?
No, it's not. I stand by it.
Do you know why I'm asking why it's a setup, dude?
Why would it be a setup?
I'm glad that these are not as active as they were in the past because I think all of these are stupid. It's April Fool's Day.
Oh,
you're not pulling a quick one on us?
I didn't even put that together.
What a punchable
Hang on.
If I was violent, I would punch you right now. It's crazy. Disrespecting
Die-hard Packers fan here, Matt. The following teams would not trade straight up: the Bears, the Commanders, the 49ers, and the Giants. Patrick, I'm a fan of Jay Love, but you are incorrect. He's only had one great game in the playoffs against the Dallas Cowboys. And Hunter chimes in, Brad, Mr. Nortman, I feel like it's a little Anchorman-ish. I don't believe you. Christopher chimes in, first time texting into the Carbless Talk and text line on ESPN Milwaukee. This dude is smoking crack if he thinks Jordan Love is the best quarterback in the NFC. Any other team would take their quarterback over theirs. I've heard better takes from Skip Bayless.
I want to hear actual names. We had somebody chime in. The Bears. Listen, Caleb Williams, they might be infatuated with him because he's young and exciting. We can all watch with our eyes for 55 minutes that he can't get into rhythm. He can't throw from the pocket.
Put on the poll. Would every team in the NFC trade straight up for Jordan Love right now if they could?
And I'm trying to remember the other ones. The Giants, Jackson Dart.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
That Jackson Dart, Jalen Daniels, who had a really down year.
Who got hurt? Jaden was hurt most of the year.
I forget the other one.
Is it Jaden, Caleb? I don't know who the last
Brock
one
Purdy's an interesting one.
Purdy's very good. I think Purdy's very good.
Because even last year they had no defense and it was just all on the offense. And Christian McCaffrey, they had no run game, and he kind of slang that pill once Mac Jones had to sit down for him coming back.
I think
Mac Jones was good too.
Purdy's very good and he's very accurate. I think Jordan Love is a slightly better version of Brock Purdy in the same offense, just a little bit more attributes, right? Size, strength, all that kind of stuff. So I would rather take, and I think 49ers would rather take Love.
I'm having a hard time with the Stafford one. I really am. He won a Super Bowl with them. He led them to the NFC Championship game. He was awesome last year. He was magnificent last year.
He was really good last year.
What was he last year?
He was awesome.
No, what was he?
The MVP.
He was the MVP of the league last year.
He had a renaissance that he won't recreate this year. He was 37 last year.
Now you're hating on the old quarterbacks.
I'm just saying, we forget
I'm leaving the olds alone.
Okay, if we're going to take that year as evidence, we need to take the year before as evidence. He had 20 touchdowns and 8 interceptions the year before. He was bad the year before.
What did they bring in? What changed for that offense last year?
I mean, Devontae was a red zone target. That's not where he got all of his yards.
But he got a lot of touchdowns from Devontae Adams. He got Puka Nacua, and then they had a tight end who emerged as well. Parkinson?
They had a couple times.
Parkinson, they have a good O-line. They've got a really good defense.
And they got a great running back, too. They have probably... If you put Jordan Love in that offense, he's throwing 40 touchdown passes because he did it on the left. He threw for 30.
What does that say about your Packers, then, when you say that?
It says my Packers...
And you always claim they're so close, but yet their offensive line isn't good.
The Rams go all in, and when you go all in, you get results like that. That's the difference.
And Love was the third highest odds for MVP candidate going into that Denver game.
How many times are we going to talk about that, though?
Every time
it's worth talking about because it's week 15. It's not like it was 2 weeks into the season. You had a couple of good games. You're more than 3/4 of the way through the season. And, you struggled on your way down to the rest of the
He got hurt. No, he got hurt.
Zach Tom got hurt. The offensive line struggles.
It was just bad.
It was just an absolute avalanche of issues from that moment going forward. But if you were to reset with a healthy Love...
What was your excuse? Both of you guys had this excuse line, or was it Kyle? Kyle had an excuse line, and now you guys are just making excuses for all the reasons as to why Jordan won't do it with the Packers, but he could do it with every other team.
Well... Does every other team have an offensive line that's down? Think about even his weapons. Tucker Kraft, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, none of them healthy at the same time last year. Think about how many times the Rams had their entire cast healthy. Now, you could look at the 49ers and say those injuries, but those are mostly on the defensive side than it was on the offense. Christian McCaffrey was healthy most of the year, and so was George Kittle. So... Jordan Love is doing more with less than most of these other teams. Because all these other guys that you mentioned, whether it be the Rams or the 49ers.
But where has that brought the Packers?
It's the same spot that basically the 49ers have been brought the last couple seasons. The same spot that every team but Seattle. It is. There's only
49ers.
one.
So you're just saying based off a championship.
The 49ers didn't make the play.
The GMs are better.
The 49ers didn't make the playoffs because of injuries 2 years ago. Did they not?
That's correct.
Yeah. They didn't. The Packers still made the playoffs.
So you're going to be bragging about 3 straight 7s is what you're going to do. And make excuses for the reasons why they're not the ones in the championship and say that if he was on another team, he would win a championship?
Yes, this Ross. you're talking the teams that you brought up that would want to, rather have their quarterback. Look at what the Rams have done in the past aggressively in free agency and in acquisition of players. And even look what they did this offseason. They made it to the NFC Championship and said, we need more. That's exactly what they did. And so you're talking about teams that wouldn't get rid of their guys. The San Francisco 49ers are also another team that have gone all in before to try to win. So that's what these teams are willing to do. And the Packers have not been willing to do that because they love to draft and develop and be extremely conservative. And that has hampered the chances for Jordan Love. If you put Jordan Love on that offense with the Rams, he shines just like he shined before the Green Bay Packers in the past.
Very interesting.
So you say no?
I'm taking Stafford right now. I am.
That's it?
I mean, the only guy?
I could make an argument for Purdy. I really could.
I can understand both arguments, but I think
and you know where I stand on Caleb Williams. I stand very much still in the camp of I need to see him be a full season, do more than play hero ball quarterback.
Yeah, that's all he does. He does it great, but that's all he does. Hard to consistently win with that. Stafford, he had a great year. I imagine what Jordan Love could do on both the 49ers and the Rams, and he could do what Purdy and Stafford are doing, maybe more.
All right, I got a follow-up question for Brad Nortman, because you made this very NFC-centric.
Yes.
There's a lot of great quarterbacks in the AFC. I want to get to that portion of this on the other side. 800-990-3776 is the Carpless Talking text line, where Brad is proclaiming that no team would pass on a straight-up trade for Jordan Love in the NFC. We'll get that on the poll. I want to see what people think, as well as keep hitting us. You know where to go. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee or 800-990-3776. Next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
Brent is crazy. Strouf is emotional. I don't want to get in between none of this.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a 30 self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, plus game day specials. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your downtown home for basketball this March.
At Associated Bank, we thought about speaking like other banks with hoity-toity names like Total Privilege Pay or something. But we don't speak bankish, we speak your language. When we say 2-day early pay, we mean you get paid 2 days early. $50 overdraft grace zone? That's a grace zone of up to $50 if overdrafts happen. And maintenance fee free account? Well, that speaks for itself. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
It's time for the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart, located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. National Liquor Mart is packed with deals for all your beverage needs, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
After being eliminated from playoff contention on Saturday, the Bucks dropped their 4th straight game, falling 127-113 to the Clippers. Gary Trent Jr. led the Bucks with a season-high 36 points. Here's what he had to say after the game on his mentality going into the final games of the season.
Go out and fight. The season is not over yet. We still have a brand of basketball the Bucks want to play, a certain style we want to play and continue with from now on to the future. And again, you got to leg work that and ground that now.
Up next, the Bucks will host the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday night at Pfizer Forum. I'm Will Summers.
This has been the Milwaukee Basketball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at the Neal Group. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news? A rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS created by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties plus another $150,000 in taxes, because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a plan, clarity, and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait. Call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousins Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousins Subs, we believe in better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jordan Love is the best QB in the NFC.
Yes, sir.
You guys have the best sports talk show on the air.
Sure do.
Say it one more time.
You guys are idiots.
Who said
Steve
that?
in SoCal says April Fools.
I don't know what Steve's talking about.
800-990-3776.
So good to hear that.
I knew you guys would fall for it.
He
Steve,
texted.
well done, Steve. Well done.
What do you mean? He just took
Brett
a shot at
chimes
you.
in. You guys, I didn't say the foolishness that you guys said. I actually just had I don't know. I can take Stafford. I can make an argument for Purdy, and I can make.
He said you had the best show in Wisconsin, and then he said
he was
April
talking
Fools.
about Kyle and Brad specifically. It says it right there. I'm looking right at it.
Okay, I'm sure it's just us.
And he said Strouf is also a part of that as well, even though he didn't speak last segment. Did we get the pull up, thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs up.
This becomes even more of an easy argument if you consider youth and franchise building and long term. I'm even just saying 1 year. Just 1 year, what Jordan Love could do with these other guys that can hold a debate. I'd listen to Stafford. I'd listen to Purdy. But I still think that Jordan Love has the capabilities more than those two guys and can execute an offense at a better clip because Shanahan and McVay can do it better than LaFleur can.
This all stemmed from Strouf calling Jordan Love awesome. And then Brad saw Jeremy Fowler write up an article about Jalen Hurts and how he's been horrible and the detriment to their offense, despite going to 2 Super Bowls. So Brad was like, I think Jordan Love's the best quarterback in the NFC North, and every team would trade for him straight up right now if they could. Do you agree? 800-990-3776. Let's go to Randy in a dump truck. Randy!
Hey, my man, what's going down? Got a couple questions for you. First of all, what's Jordan Love's record in playoff games?
That'd be 1-3.
1-3?
Yes.
1-3, okay. And Brad, as a former NFL player, isn't it how you close a game out?
That's a part of it.
True or not true?
That's a part of it.
Okay. I see Caleb Williams being a little bit better, being able to close the game out, bringing his team back.
How did that work for him against the
Being
Rams
1-0
at
in the
home?
playoffs?
Hey, Randy, how did that work for him
Must
against the Rams?
be a Bears fan.
Okay.
Because must be a Bears fan with Bears blinders on.
Yeah.
You know it is. It is. Is there any other team out there than the Bears? But I want to say one other thing. Strouf, you are the man, the myth, the legend. This show should be called the Alex Strouf Show and Guests.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. New liner right there, baby. Thanks, Randy.
Wow. You really want?
What a
really
waste of money from Strouf, sending people money to gas him up.
I mean, it's crazy, especially if they're not lifting 95 pounds on a bench press.
Yeah, weakling.
To have his name front and center,
Alex Strouf, and
they'd be like, "That's the guy. That's the guy who can't run. That's the guy who can't
Just
lift."
out of curiosity, when's the last time you guys got 10 million views?
That's true.
I'll pass if that's what I'm going to look like to the world.
Now I know why they call the show Mr. Irrelevant, because Alex Strouf's name on it just would have been a tanker.
Well done.
Well, the Alex Strouf Show would also be acronymed into the ass, so I don't know if we want that.
I guess. Maybe only you.
Well, like you call your own show, it's Truth to Power, TTP. We call it Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
That's a tough.
The Alex
that's
Strouf
a tough
show would be
acronym.
ASS. BS.
I don't know why you didn't name it that. It's perfect.
I mean, it
actually
double on time.
It works. It works really, really well.
It would have been. Yeah, the most ass show in radio. I'm Alex Strouf.
Good to be with you guys.
But I will say this when it comes to Jordan Love, though.
But I have a follow-up question.
Oh, okay.
Because we know what you think about Jordan Love, Kyle. We know that you think you agreed with Brad that he's the best quarterback in the NFC North.
No.
Or the NFC, excuse me.
NFC. Get it right.
Total package, too. Like
The
personality,
total
all the kind of stuff.
Who is the best quarterback in the NFL?
Josh Allen.
I would say Pat Mahomes.
All right, fine. I want you to use whoever you think is the best quarterback in the NFL. Both happen that you chose be in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter, AFC or not. We're just getting to the point that there are other quarterbacks that undoubtedly you pick at the top. There's a quarterback that is in the NFC that won a Super Bowl. Now, he wasn't the sole reason they won a Super Bowl. His name is Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is Jordan Love closer to Sam Darnold or the person that you named?
What are you taking so long for? He's closer to Pat Mahomes. Him and Patrick Mahomes and Kurt Warner are the only three quarterbacks in their first year as starters to throw for 30-plus touchdowns, to throw for 4,000-plus yards in a single season. That's what he did. He's in that type of breath. We understand how good he is. Sam Darnold is an okay quarterback, game manager type quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
My overall question that I'm trying to get to here is, when you think about those guys, Patrick Mahomes specifically, right?
Special.
He's special.
Stratospheric.
But that's the point. That's the point. Like, saying he's the best quarterback in the NFC, it almost feels like he needs, if he's closer to Sam Darnold, it feels like he needs more around his team to help him win a Super Bowl. And if he's closer to Patrick Mahomes, which he has had good defenses, but he's special on another level where he elevates his team to multiple championships. So I'm basically asking you guys, which one is he closer to? Is he closer to the guy that needs more of the team? Because he wasn't the guy against the Bears when the offense wasn't the problem.
Yeah. With that,
to get him to win a game, they were up 21-3 in a wild card game.
But even that's the thing with Josh Allen, he's had really good teams, but
he ran into Patrick Mahomes.
No, he did.
Mahomes has a Hall of Fame tight end. He's got a decent offensive line, great defenses. And
Hall of Fame coach,
who
was already a great coach before he got to there.
Nobody can do it alone across the board. Now, Sam Darnold has a lot more help to where you don't have to be the reason why you're necessarily winning Super Bowls. Oftentimes, Mahomes is the reason why. If the Packers ever do win a Super Bowl, it will be because Jordan Love is the reason.
Yeah.
I will say
But do you believe they're going to win a Super Bowl? Do you believe he's going to do that?
I do.
Because I know you do. I'm asking Brad.
What do you mean,
It's a fair question.
It's hard to do. It's
like,
hard to
yeah,
win a
of
Super
course.
Bowl.
Like they haven't won a Super Bowl since 2010.
Those guys are first ballot Hall of Famers, and they won one.
Yeah.
So you're asking me, is he going to do what Favre and Rodgers did?
And we're having a conversation about Jordan Love taking the reins from Matt LaFleur, Matt LaFleur giving him the reins. Like, that's not conversations you have about guys that you like know they're just going to elevate everyone. They just do it.
No, Jordan Love, again, when I look at him, I think this year is going to be a huge season for him. This is the fourth season that he has to be the guy throughout the season. He has to stay healthy as well. Now, I answered pretty quickly about Patrick Mahomes without remembering the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, to me, is the greatest quarterback I've ever seen play, simply because of the throws he makes, his legs, and he is. I love me some Aaron Rodgers, but Patrick Mahomes is great. Tom Brady, phenomenal, but Patrick Mahomes' ability all across the board is great. So maybe he is closer to Sam Darnold than Pat because Pat is in a world of his own.
That was my hesitation. Mahomes and Allen, especially Mahomes, like those guys are. Mahomes is a GOAT. He's the top four quarterback.
Allen's not even with Mahomes. Allen can't get over the hump. They lost to the Broncos.
The thing that I wonder is, even in those years of 2010 when Rodgers won his, or 1996 when Favre won his, you had those were complete teams. You had top defenses. You had really good weapons. True. If Jordan Love has that, yes, he will win a Super Bowl. I believe he can play at an MVP level. Favre and Rodgers are playing at an MVP level. I just don't know if I trust Goody and LaFleur to put together a Super Bowl roster. I think if you put Love on a Super Bowl caliber roster, insert whoever the top 5 Super Bowl teams are. Seattle, L.A., I don't know who else.
New England, probably.
Yeah,
Denver.
I think those would be Super Bowl caliber teams where I'd be like, yeah, they should be a Super Bowl favorite.
So I think that's an interesting point that you just made, Brad, because when you look at the teams with the best odds to win the Super Bowl, I'll go right to it for you.
Please. Like if you put Jordan Love,
the Rams, the Seahawks, Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, and then it's the Packers. So basically, they're in
the mix.
They're in the top 5.
Wait. Go through all those teams and tell me what they all have in common.
Rams,
great
Seahawks,
okay quarterback.
Good.
Well,
Bills,
good. Great quarterback.
Ravens,
great quarterback.
Chiefs,
great quarterback.
And then it's the Packers and Lions tied.
And the Lions have a stacked roster. Way more stacked than the Packers.
That's interesting because when you go up and down that list, as you're talking about the roster, I would say...
but my point is you were saying insert them on X, Y, or Z, and they're in the mix with those teams. So what does that say?
Are we undervaluing the Packers?
No, you're basically saying he can't elevate his own team, but he can elevate others.
Well,
but they're in the mix to win the Super Bowl based off these odds. That's where I'm confused on, like, you proclaiming him the best quarterback in the NFC, but there's other teams in the NFC that have the 2 highest odds.
I would say maybe outside of, you got...
So what's the difference? Is it just the defenses then? Because all I'm hearing is Kyle touting Hargrave and Zaire Franklin and all the pieces that they have.
Seattle and the Rams, and I'll even throw the Lions in there, they have an objectively better roster top down than the Green Bay Packers. So... I think that the other ones are in there, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bills, because they're there because of their quarterback. I think the other teams are there because they have a really good quarterback, but they've got great rosters. I don't think Packers fall into the great roster category. Yeah. Great rosters.
And most of those teams you just listed had a 1,000-yard receiver, unless, again, the Josh Allen is incredible.
To me, it's about the Rams and Seahawks defenses being that much further away, because I don't think offensively that the potential of the Packers. Wait, you don't believe in Jordan Love now when I say that the offenses aren't close?
I'm just saying, when you look at those offenses, you have the Offensive Player of the Year on one of those offenses, and then you have...
But you're touting Jordan Love as the best quarterback in the NFC.
But he's supposed to be
he's supposed to be elevating his guys. If you're going to say that no one would... That the Rams and Seahawks...
Dude, they had two receivers that had 1,700 yards receiving. Dude, that's unreal. Like, you got to understand that. Literally, their one receiver had more yards than our 2 top receivers combined.
But Jordan Love.
No, what do you mean? What is Jordan Love supposed to do? He ain't throwing
He's the best quarterback in the NFC, but he's not elevating his team to be anywhere close to them because the position players are better?
Yeah.
That's why? No, it's the defenses.
JSN is the highest paid receiver.
It's the defenses,
the defenses,
Kyle.
They count too, but I'm saying with Jordan,
they count way more than position players. They do.
The defenses matter, but I'm just saying when you talk about these different teams, if Jordan Love had a caliber receiver of a JSN and Puka, we would be talking about how great Jordan
According
Love
to Brad Nortman, they should have. Brad Nortman told Goody to take JSN.
Should have done it.
Instead, they took LVN.
Should have done it.
Wrong acronym.
Wrong initials.
Unbelievable. I can't believe Goody did that.
Yes, you can.
I guess I can. I'll be stupid not to believe. That's why I'm so happy we don't have a first-round pick. I'd be stressed out about it.
All right. All I know is on the Carbless Talk and text line, and Strouf mentioned he was seeing this on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. All I'm seeing is people ripping Jesse Nelson. So I sent Strouf on a mission. I don't know what he said, but it sounds like we have to hear it. Is that fair, Strouf?
I didn't know I could not respect Jesse Nelson any less. That was double negative. I didn't know I could respect Jesse less than I already do.
Oh, wow. Even after saying they might have to look at moving on from Pat Murphy in April of last year?
It's not quite that outrageous. It's just unlikable.
Not Jesse.
Oh, no. How unlikable is Jesse Nelson? Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Ben, the irony of you saying this guy sounds like a tool and thinks he's better than everybody else.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Win big with Quick Trip's Red Zone Midwest Tour. You could drive away in a 2026 Chevrolet Traverse Z71. Want in? Stop into Quick Trip. Purchase any qualifying fried chicken or Coca-Cola product with Quick Rewards, and you're automatically entered. Want to boost your odds? Grab both in the same stop, and you'll score 5 bonus entries. Full details at QuickTrip.com/Red Tour. Delicious chicken, ice-cold Coca-Cola, and one incredible ride. Quick Trip's Red Zone Midwest Tour.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee. Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
An uninspired cookie-cutter trade show booth is unlikely to move the needle.
Picture this. Lights, motion, energy, engagement. A space so bold it stops people mid-step.
That's what the award-winning team at Captivate Exhibits has been delivering for over 30 years.
From high-impact trade show exhibits to immersive lobbies, history walls, and culture-driven interiors, Captivate transforms ordinary square footage into unforgettable brand experiences.
Get started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Some drinks just belong in the summer rotation, and the new carbless lemon iced tea vodka 4-pack is one of them. This limited release blends refreshing lemon iced tea flavor with smooth vodka and no carbonation for a crisp, easy drinking sip that feels right at home on the porch, by the water, or by the grill. Cool, classic, and full of summer flavor, it's got the makings of a seasonal staple. The new carbless lemon iced tea vodka 4-pack. Go to drinkcarbless.com to find carbless brand new flavor near you and grab it while you can.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick. Your email said you had a big surprise. Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for. Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $1498 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
An open house like no other, our Siding Unlimited and Outdoor Living Unlimited open house brings in product reps so you can see, touch, feel the product, and talk to the manufacturer reps directly from Pella, Sunrise, Marvin Windows and Doors, LP SmartSide, Certainteed Roofing, TimberTech Decking, County Pavers, and Screen Rooms. Everything is here for your next project at one place, one time on Saturday, April 25th from 9 to 1 p.m. Details at sidingunlimited.com and outdoorlivingunlimited.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Again, if you listened to Wilde and Tausch earlier today, you know more than I do. Because I've seen everywhere that people are after Jesse Nelson, the producer of Wilde and Tausch.
What is Jesse? Come on. What is Jesse? Why is Jesse so you got a punchable face, and Jesse's just not likable. Not likable.
What are you?
Wow, that's a
4 eyes.
Actually, a lot of people, I'm the person that people like to try to hate, but then they say, I kind of like
How many times have you rehearsed that in your head?
Literally,
what a statement.
The Chicago Bears people went to my page, because sometimes they be looking at your page, and somebody says, Man, I really wanted to hate you, but I kind of agree with this take here. I was like, thanks, man.
No, they agreed with something unsports related that you had to take
still,
on.
That means I'm likable. I'm versatile.
First of all, why you guys all got to put Jesse Nelson on the air? His voice is so annoying.
Well, we don't make those decisions, Diana, but I'm playing this blindly. And obviously, when I saw this, I knew what it was in reference to. For those who don't know, Jesse Nelson umpired Little League for 18,000 years, so he's a big umpire guy. He fights the good fight for umpires. And yesterday, CB Buckner had one of the most egregious calls against, was it Jake Bowers, who very clearly stepped on the middle of the first base bag, and he said that he did not touch the bag, and he was out, and the review took forever. The Brewers Radio Network was phenomenal on that. So was Jeff Levering on the TV broadcast. So I have no idea what Jesse Nelson's going to say, but I look forward to it.
Baseball, as long as it's been around, since the dawn of time, has not only been a game of sport, it's been
imperfection.
It's been a game of sociology. The interaction between pitcher and catcher, between teammates on the diamond unable to speak with one another, between managers in opposite dugouts, and of course the relationship for all of those people with the umpires officiating the game. I've played the game. I've umpired the game. It's part of the game. Now, everything is computerized in black and white. There's two types of people in the world. There's the type of people when we're sitting up north who like to speculate about, I wonder when this lake came to be. I wonder what bird that is. I wonder what kind of tree that is and how old it is. And then there's the people who get out their phones and they just type it in and they look at it. Oh, it's probably about this old. We've lost the interpersonal nature of the game by just tapping on the head when we disagree with something.
Yeah, Jesse's interesting take. We lost the interpersonal by getting things right. See, listen, CB Buckner, CG Buckner, whatever, Buckner,
CB.
Listen, I've seen the guy before, and he's made bad calls in the past, but this has been the worst week for him. Not only does he screw it up behind the plate, the man, that was awful. And as Levering said yesterday, how do you make a call when you're not even looking at the damn bag? What are we talking about, Jesse? Is Jesse making an excuse for awful calls?
Yes.
That's egregious. We should be tap my head. I want to tap my head to have a review of why Jesse's producing or open his mic. Tap, tap, tap.
You can voice your opinions.
Yeah, bad take.
I mean, even with his reference toward being up north and wondering about birds and
did
lakes,
that connect?
Yeah,
no.
Either way, we are working toward getting everything more accurate and truthful and right. It's an evolution of sorts. And so why you wouldn't want to get things right, why you'd want to allow this sociological experiment on the baseball field, don't let it play out there. We're playing a game. You're trying to get victories. This matters. We're not going to embed imperfection just for sociology's sake. Come on.
I think it's a good take by Jesse.
No, you don't.
No, of course I don't. I'm
crazy.
The whole bird thing and
Jesse will love the replacement refs that the NFL will have this year then. He will love those.
That's sociology of the NFL.
Yeah, when he's watching
how will these quarterbacks who know the referees and know the consistencies of the refs, how will they react to the ones that aren't qualified to be in the position? It's all an experiment in a billion-dollar industry that we all use for entertainment.
But it's better that way. It's more entertaining. It's more thoughtful. The sociological implications of imperfection is just beautiful.
You know, sometimes we do this, right? Radio is hard sometimes. And I think Jesse started talking and he forgot where he was going. Because once he started talking about
I've been there
in the birds and talking about, you can just Google it. I know Jesse was like, whoa, wait, where am I going with this? And he just had to hurry up and try to get back on track. He could have easily just said he hates this because he thinks it takes away just the natural mistakes that happen, the good and the bad that happen in baseball. Most of the times it evens out in the season.
Being an imperfect human, we're taking away like decision making from humans who are not perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know, but the birds and the bees, and I guess that's not what he's going for. Now, the only thing I'm mad about, and and I will say this. I watched it live, and I'm very upset with people that were cheering for CB Buckner getting hit by a foul ball.
Oh, wow. Who was cheering for that?
I can't name names. There was a foul ball on a 1-2 count for Jacob Mizorowski, and he got hit pretty hard, square in his mask. And he was down bad. He had to leave the game, so there's a new umpire back there. There's a 13-minute delay. And then Miz gave up a 2-run shot. He couldn't recover.
Yeah, he couldn't.
Yeah.
So CB messed up the Miz game. Now, he did go finish wild game for Miz. Ended up going 6, which is really good for him. 6 innings.
Really good for him.
They brought him back in with like 83 pitches after 5, got through the 6th, and the Brewers are headed to the bottom.
Strikeouts. He's an animal.
He
runs on just 1 home run.
Only 7.
Yeah, but
That's a light day for him.
He was on it. He mowed 4 through 5, and then that's what happened. Then
Buckner's bad luck. Get him out of town. Hope he's okay.
Strouf, what was the note statistic you had on CB Buckner over the decades?
Yeah, so I don't know that they do this poll in the 2020s anymore, but if they did, I assume he's already got the award locked down this year. He's been voted by MLB players as the league's worst umpire in 3 different decades.
He needs ABS.
I'm counting the 2020s, but 2003, 2006, 2010.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
It had to be him and Angel Hernandez trading blows, right?
Yes.
What a job that is.
They're like meteorologists.
You know what's the funniest thing about yesterday, the Jake Bauers thing, is Kevin Cash and Pat Murphy were looking at each other and just smiled. Because you know when somebody's bad. Like when we laugh about Jesse, we like Jesse, but just like, okay, he says some things, so we can just smile and look
Jesse
at each
Nelson
other.
is CB Buckner.
Yeah, he is. He really is. He's probably the CB Buckner out there at the Little League out in the Madison-Dane County area.
He doesn't still do that, does he?
They ran him out of town.
By the way, how do we gloss over the fact that Jesse said, I've played and I've played? You see, Jesse?
Baseball, as long as it's been around, since the dawn of time, has not only been a game of sport.
This is the worst part.
It's been
imperfection.
It's been a game of sociology.
That's the worst part right there.
Sociology.
And he said it all dramatic. It's been a game of sociology.
Did he
But
play
he said
baseball?
he played and umped.
You would know. Did he play
Played
baseball?
till when?
Well, that's like he said I played the game, you know?
I played T-ball once. Well, I played the game. I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't think he was like a varsity baseball player.
That's the point.
Well,
he's
he was
acting like he's got a ton of experience.
He was the band conductor.
Oh, wow. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm
Nothing
not
wrong
saying
with that.
there's anything wrong with that.
It is, but it is quite interesting to say I played the game.
Yeah,
'Cause it
usually, if you say you played, it comes with some
a little high level of something, some type of accolade.
Not even accolades, just
you know what? I
Some
played baseball too.
experience.
I played the game. I did. I made the All-Star team in the 5th grade, so I played the game.
To say
Crazy.
that, though, and have an opinion on Major League Baseball with their imperfection. You can have opinions on the Brewers and Major League Baseball and stuff, but to say you're on equal playing field.
He compared
He's
his
mega
Little League umping to Major League Baseball umpires.
Yeah.
The speed of the game is the same. That's what he did.
That's
He
crazy.
relates to it. He gets it. He gets what CB's going through. Oh, CB's back. He's at first base now.
You think Jesse Nelson's ever taken a foul ball off the face mask pitched by a 6'10" phenom
that throws 100 plus?
Yeah, right.
I think so. Because he's played and he's umped at very high levels.
Very high levels. So effectively what I'm hearing is he's just an umpire apologist?
Yes.
And he doesn't want computers to help the umpires?
Correct.
He sounds like a sucky umpire to me. Sounds like he wanted to umpire.
ABS has been awesome. The review system's obviously been around for a few years. That's been good, especially in high stakes.
It's been great.
It's been faster
over the
than
game.
I thought it would be. It's fast.
It doesn't mess up the game at all.
Umpires will never be eliminated from the game because, God forbid, what if ejections are necessary? You need somebody there. So,
and by the way, there are 2 challenges. So if you think an umpire is bad and you mess up your 2 challenges, that's on you. And the umpire that stinks now will have full reign to call whatever it is based off what you do with those challenges. So now there's a game within the game. So there's still the sociology aspect of it for Jesse Nelson still.
True.
I will say, hopefully this is a reality check for some of these umps. There was one yesterday where it was almost right down the middle, and they called it a ball, and he just
right away.
You
Yeah,
tapped
no.
it and it was-
It's good. It should make them better. It should make them lock in more, and not just be like,
they need to get
maybe a strike.
They need to get a performance check every month, and if you mess up, you lose a game. You lose a day because you can't be doing egregiousness. Is like it's hard to see some of them, like the ones that are barely on the plate, like barely catching the zone. I get it, but one that is clearly in the strike zone and one that's clearly a ball. Okay.
If a whole baseball can fit in the entire ABS system, there should be a fine.
Yeah, for the ump.
If they call a ball and the full ball fits within the entire ABS box, there needs a fine.
Okay, now see, this is where I think
all
that's
right, Jesse Nelson. Here he comes.
Little Jesse, school of Jesse Nelson. Come on, Stro.
You were trained by him.
Do you understand how hard it is to pick up on like a 90-mile-an-hour slider?
Do you? Did you ump? Did you play?
I did ump, but not 90 miles an hour and not sliders.
You
and I
ump
still
for
got
real?
calls right. Yeah.
Oh, what did you ump? Where'd you ump at?
I ump freshman league 2 summers.
These umps in Major League Baseball, they've probably seen legitimately a million pitches.
Sure, but you're not going to be 100% perfect all the time.
Sure, I didn't say 100% perfect.
But you said if they call a ball on when the entirety of the ball is, say, on the outside of the strike zone, there should be a fine. I don't think they should be fined. That's what ABS is there for.
In the entire ABS. Right. In the entire thing. I'm not talking like a sliver.
But
I'm talking about the entire ball.
The ball is at the very edge of the zone. That would result in a fine, is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying the entire ball needs to be in the shaded ABS zone, not a sliver.
The
whole ball.
The whole ball is on the edge of the zone. It would be a fine.
I think
in your
you
book.
know egregious
on
when
the
you see
outside
it.
zone.
Yeah, I think
it's got to be like
egregious.
maybe 25%.
I think finding umpires is ridiculous. I think finding better ones is a good idea.
Strouf, can you give me your strike one?
Well, it wouldn't be. You don't call it like that on strike one. You just say strike.
Strike.
It's strike 3.
Let me hear it.
Oh, God. Let me get up. I need my space. Hold on.
Email.
You got mail. All right, here we go.
Wines and delivers.
Strike 3.
Horrible.
That's what you were doing with the hands too.
Horrible.
You got a point.
Boy.
Why you point like that?
I got a little swagger in my dance.
Why your hands come together like
it
that?
needs to be like a punch out. It's called a punch out.
Yeah, we can't punch.
Strike 3.
You got to get down.
Why are you doing an uppercut? You got mail.
Turn your mail off. Next.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible.
Wait, what?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Strouf. A couple of months ago, I knew one thing for sure. I had the girl. What I didn't know was what came next. Luckily, a friend of mine told me about the team at Robert Hack Diamonds and the job they do, getting you from knowing you have the girl to down on one knee. I had never been through this process before buying an engagement ring. I had an idea of what she wanted. She'd sent me pictures of some hints and some ideas, but I wanted it to be special and different, and that's where Robert Hack Diamonds came in. They created my fiance's dream ring, and it made that moment, that much more special. So if you, like me, know you've got the girl, but don't really know what comes next, go see the team at Robert Hack Diamonds. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, where I went, and 2 in Brookfield, north and south. Their custom jewelry is made on site, lab-grown options, natural diamond options, and all the in-betweens. Stop in today or visit them online, roberthackdiamonds.com. That's Robert Hack, H-A-A-C-K, diamonds.com. And after you get that yes, like me, you'll say, heck yeah, thanks to Robert Hack Diamonds.
Got
Got your tax refund? Before it mysteriously disappears, invested in something you'll actually see every day. Your home. At Exterior Pros and Baths, turn that refund into energy-efficient windows, durable roofing, new siding, or a beautiful bath remodel. And they'll take it even further with $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings during the April savings event. But don't wait, this offer won't last long. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 5 locations in the Milwaukee area. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
Hey, Mike, are you burning those burgers again?
Hey, it's flavor.
Every friend group has that one house where everyone ends up.
The snacks are out and the beers are cold.
And somehow, everyone's in the kitchen. At Professional Construction Inc., we design kitchens built for hosting.
Smart storage, beautiful finishes, space that actually works.
Because summer shouldn't feel cramped.
It should feel like this.
This summer, be the house that everyone gathers at.
Get started today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Calling all seafood lovers, the lobster salad sub is officially back at Cousins Subs. Fresh lobster mixed with our creamy signature mayo, topped with tomato and onion, served over crisp lettuce and finished with a sprinkle of Old Bay. All on our fresh-baked Italian bread. It's a crave-worthy classic you can enjoy in store, online, or on the app, but only through April 5th. So catch it while you can. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is a Weed Man Wednesday here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I had to call the Weed Man folks and let them know that Kyle has lost his Weed Man shirt.
Oh, gosh, I don't even know what happened.
So I got one for Kyle, and I got one for Strouf.
Oh, wow, I got another one coming?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. I'll be honest with y'all. I think one of the nights that I spent the night at the parents' house, I must have left it there. Oh, so it's because we haven't had it in a while.
I love when a 37-year-old grown man talks about staying at his parents' house and forgetting some clothes there.
Listen, Captain Underpants Sheets over there, okay? I am 35, and I don't know what happened to it. I was looking and looking and looking and looking.
You're only 35? I had you 37, 38.
I look 25. Oh, stop it, Strouf. I look younger than you do.
No argument there.
Not hard to do. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strouf running the show. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless talking text line. You can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison.
Ben, have you used to sleep in the nude, is that correct?
Used to.
You still do?
Hell yeah.
Every day.
You still do too?
Boy, I love getting in bed and taking my drawers off.
See, I got a question.
Oh, God.
This is a weird question.
You still don't sleep with your drawers off?
No, I literally tried to...
No, he's got full PJs on.
I tried to slip in the full PJs. That's a funny sight. I did do the full PJs, though, for Christmas.
Of course you did.
I hated it. I just do like the PJ shorts, right? But I tried it once.
PJ shorts?
Pajama shorts, whatever you call it.
That is
I
crazy.
tried once to slip into the sheets naked with Lexi there. It just...
She freaked out.
She didn't freak out. She was like, okay. I just didn't feel comfortable.
Sounds like that's a personal problem.
It was a you issue and not a her issue.
She didn't really care. She was just like, okay, I guess you're doing this now.
Did you give her a heads up?
I couldn't get comfortable.
Were you like, hey, by the way, babe, I'm going to slip into bed naked tonight?
Yeah, and I even prefaced it with like, because I remember you guys challenged me to do it probably a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that was a while
ago. It
it
probably wasn't set the scene well because I was like, Ben and Kyle are telling me I need to try this. So here we go.
You slipped into bed naked with your wife, and your wife was thinking about Ben and Kyle being naked.
No, she wasn't thinking about that.
Oh, that's what you think.
Shut up for a minute. But my question to you is,
you might as well
you
just
got a
ask
young
the
daughter. She's in toddler phase now. But when this daughter gets to 5 years old, 6 years old, Dad, Mommy and Daddy, I've had a bad dream. And she can make her way to your room. What's your plan going to be?
Mom, go.
But Daddy, I need you. I'm scared.
I know it's going to be me.
He's like, you ain't never got out of
an
bed.
Emergency pair.
No,
on the side of the bed.
I do keep an emergency. I keep shorts next to the bed.
Okay.
What you do is when you need to jump out of bed, you just keep the comforter or the sheet or what I have.
He's gonna have to walk her back to the room.
Yeah, no,
you
it
just
don't
walk
work.
around like you got a tug on.
No, she's an impressionable.
Come on,
you're crazy.
That's ridiculous.
Well, she ain't gonna think
an
none of
emergency
that.
pair of shorts, that makes sense. To walk around with the comforter down the hall.
Come on. Well, I don't have down the halls. It's 2 steps, huh? There you go.
Down the halls, down the escalator, up the elevator.
For real. Down the hall. We're trying to go out house. What are you doing?
Am I the only one who never went in my parents' room? I don't know that I've ever had a bad dream.
Really?
Oh, I've had.
I went to my parents.
Your parents were like never together, so like we're just confused.
They did get divorced when I was 5, but like I liked having my own room. I've always been the optimist. I've never had bad dreams.
You had imaginary friends that you talk to.
Yeah,
Yes.
they helped me figure out my bad dream. Like, hey, Steve, what the hell just happened?
Keep
man?
asking questions.
Can I have a story about going to parents' room? So, like, when I have bad dreams, I'd go to my parents' rooms, right? So, there was one time when I was having a sleepover at another friend's house.
Oh,
and I had a nightmare, and I went to their parents' room. And I said, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, I had a bad dream.
No, Brad.
Yeah, I did.
That's great.
did.
What a sweetheart. What a great kid.
You're going to be okay,
How
Brad.
old were you?
I think I was maybe kindergarten.
Oh, I know they was laughing about you, Brad.
Yeah.
I know they told
She
your
still
parents.
brings it up when I see her.
That's
It's great.
hilarious.
She was so sweet about it too. Sure,
No,
you're
that
okay.
is very sweet.
You're okay.
I don't know what I'd do with some
I'm
random 4-year-old.
now, though.
What are you doing in here?
Williamson better never.
No,
do that. You better man up.
The woman I'm marrying would probably let some little kid like Brad come into our room. I'm like, come on, for real?
Oh, come on in here, honey. You can snuggle in between
What if
me
he
and
wet the bed? If he wet the bed, man, all hell gonna break loose. I'm just telling you. Heck, no. You didn't sleep in the bed with him, did you?
No.
You were just on the floor?
No, she just like walked me back downstairs. You can be okay, and just gave me 5 minutes to calm myself down.
Oh, okay.
She was so sweet. But yeah, instead of like
I thought you were
waking up
sleeping
my
in the room.
friends, I like tiptoed around them up to his parents' room.
What was the dream, Brad?
I don't even know. It better have been a true nightmare to have that type of embarrassment.
Well, I mean, you grew out of it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, but you got to grow up, man. Sleep without the drawers on. It's so free.
No.
So free.
No.
Just reading the Carvelous Talk and Text line. I don't think I can go into many of these. Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
I can't believe you think you'd pull the duvet off the bed.
Yeah, that is wild.
Crazy.
And just like walk with his child down the hall with like a sheet covering himself.
Yeah.
Have y'all never walked around with a sheet on?
Yeah, I have. But there's another human being.
What they don't know. They just like
when they're 4 or 5,
they just think it's weird.
Yeah, they'll start asking questions. You ever been around a
Do you
young
know how many
kid?
questions they ask?
I guess I don't. I don't have kids.
You're gonna be so annoyed with the questions.
Yeah, I don't do well with that.
Basically,
oh man,
they're like Strouf 24/7.
Do you not tune them out?
Yeah, the energy of Strouf.
With the curiosity of not knowing anything.
You know how he pries and asks questions, and you don't. It's distasteful, at least for your opinion.
Dad.
What are you doing?
Dad.
What are you doing right now?
Kyle.
Seriously, it's like that. I'm not joking.
Kyle, I have a question.
Yeah. I don't do well with that stuff. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm easily
Lots of
irritable.
follow-up.
And the thing that sucks is that with age, I don't know about y'all, with age, I've become more irritable.
I've actually grown more patient.
I have not. I literally find myself in certain moments when I get upset, I say, oh my gosh, I'm my dad.
Kyle.
Yes, Strouf.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Think about
Can we
that.
go to the park?
No, we cannot.
But I want to go. It's so nice outside. Like,
Kyle,
why
I'm
can't
hungry.
why can't we go to the park?
Kyle, I'm hungry.
This is going to happen at 12:45 on Sunday afternoons.
Ooh.
He won't care that the Packers
Packers
game
are
is
on. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Can I go outside? Come on, Dad.
Dad, I want you to play with me.
Kyle, I hurt my knee.
Hey, Grandma, come get your grandson, your grandkid.
Wow.
Yeah, you just put him at Grandma's house.
Parent of the year right there.
Yeah, sure am.
Doesn't even like his own future kids.
No, I love my future
That's
kids.
crazy.
That just sounds like a lot.
It is.
I I haven't heard Williamson hasn't cried to you yet, has he?
Kyle.
What?
He isn't crying for you yet, is he?
Williamson?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's hungry and tired all the time.
Stroke's easy to tune
So
out.
is Kyle. Tired and hungry.
Yeah.
All the time.
And cranky.
Ooh, I'm not cranky today.
Kyle.
Stroke is the worst.
He's just preparing you for fatherhood.
He is.
If my kids
He's
like
coaching
Stroke,
you up.
if my kids like Stroke, I'm gonna give them to Stroke. Stroke, you can have them.
I can't imagine.
I
Uncle
can't wait to
Strouf.
have kids.
Uncle Strouf.
I am an uncle. I have 3 nieces.
I hope your kids turn out like their.
I just
mother.
wind them up. And then I give them back. I just give them
Yeah, but I can't wait for you to wind your own kids up. Well, actually, you're not going to need to because they're going to be just.
Yeah, they're going to be 50%
that's
DNA in a child.
No, I hope they take after their
Amazing.
mother.
They're going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, those kids are going to rock.
Do you hope that they take after her more than you?
I hope they take about 50% of both of us.
But that's a risk.
Of course he would say that.
Well, I love her. I love my fiance more than I love anybody in the world, but I love me probably second most.
You and all your flaws.
I don't have any flaws.
Why would you want
That's
to pass
not
down these
terribly
flaws?
unhealthy, honestly.
No, but why
That's
would you?
not
No, wait.
unhealthy.
There's some things he wouldn't want to pass down. With any athletic ability, he should pray.
I want my height.
Okay, but not your athletic ability.
Yeah, but if you get the height, it's just going to be another lengthy, goofy,
Maybe they'll be good
flimsy,
runners.
unathletic being in this world.
Yeah, but my fiance is athletic, so maybe they'll get her athleticism.
That would be remarkable.
Are you going to coach him?
He's gonna teach him
probably.
umpiring.
Probably. Probably not like when they're old, but like little kids, yeah, I'll coach.
Yeah,
I'll volunteer. I want to be around my kids.
I'm like Kyle, right?
I'm like Kyle.
Whoa,
no,
that's
Grandma
crazy.
will be
Grandma,
will be
come take
coaching.
the kids.
Yeah, I mean, that's what grandma's for.
Grandma's going to be the baseball coach.
No. I will say I'm going to lean a lot on grandparents.
Kyle.
I'll look forward to it.
Kyle.
Back in 2 minutes.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. If 2025 didn't go exactly as planned, you're not alone. You made it through, and that's what counts. Now it's time for taxes, and for a lot of people, that's when the stress kicks in, especially if things got messy along the way. The good news, a rough year doesn't mean a ruined future. We helped Nate fix a tax mess with the IRS caused by one of those national firms and saved him $103,000 in penalties, plus another $152,000 in taxes because we know the tax law. Imagine walking into tax season with a clear plan and someone in your corner who knows the tax law and knows how to use it. You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us now at 414-325-2040 to arrange a meeting to see how we can help you. Don't wait. Call now. That's 414-325-2040 or visit nealgroup.net.
If you still think sports bar means sticky floors and basic wings, you're doing it wrong. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Strouf, and I got to tell you about Veer North, right in the heart of Milwaukee's East Side. Veer North, flipping the game day experience. Better cocktails, great pizza, and a menu that goes way beyond the usual. Catch every big play on their wall-to-wall screens in a space that feels like a night out. From the big game or your next client meeting, Veer North delivers every time. Veer North, where Milwaukee watches the game, elevated.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle, Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
The Milwaukee Brewers on a single from Christian Yelich take a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th, getting DL Hall and Trevor McGill up in the pen, either for a save situation or if Jake Bauers and company can extend this even more, they may not have to bring McGill out. We will see and keep you updated there as Bauers walks and the bases are loaded with no out up 4-2.
You're ahead of me.
Let's go.
Got it.
Oh, I don't
got that black market stuff.
No, I ain't got black market either. This is Brewers.tv.
Making sure that Antanasio has money to spend.
Yeah, for 7 days.
I just want to make mention, as it pertains to the Milwaukee Brewers, that a 23-year-old who turns 24 in 2 days is going to a local card store, ripping off Pokemon cards, showing up to a Major League Baseball stadium, and mowing down some of the best players in the world. I just want people to realize that is the opening day starter. This is his second start, who he was rolling before CB Buckner unfortunately got hit, 13-minute delay, and then he gave up a 2-run shot, but still battled through 6 innings. He won't get the win, but he did everything he could for the Brewers, and this is where the Brewers have always been a complementary team to each other. Right? We saw it in the first start for Brandon Strouf.
Yeah.
Got shelled, and the Brewers came back in a fun fashion when Kyle turned off the game, and they won. Now he's a proud Brewers.tv owner on the free trial, of course. Never would spend any money on things he loves.
I wouldn't spend money if I didn't have, another option.
So I think it's just something where I know right now Freddie Peralta is also pitching. And to know that Mizorowski is as young as he is, it's really easy. And I got to remind myself, as much as it would have been great to hold on to Freddie and do the year out, look at what you're able to get with other pieces that you moved on to. So they have a way of doing things, and it works. But I stumbled across something yesterday, and I mentioned it to Mark Tauscher. The 5 largest contracts in Milwaukee Brewers history. It's not very large in comparison to many other teams. Does this make you proud or does this make you sad? When I tell you that Christian Yelich's contract for $215 total, Ryan Braun for $105 million total, Jackson Chourio for $82 million, Lorenzo Cain, $80 million, and Cooper Pratt, number 5 on the list at $50.75 million, are the 5 largest contracts in Milwaukee Brewers history. And this is a team that's gone to the playoffs 7 of the last 8 years. This is the team that's won back-to-back NL Central championships. And they're picking up right where they left off with the tenacity that they played with, the no quit, everything matters, every at-bat, every pitch, base running, defense, drag the pitcher all the way with you, even if you're going to get out, work the pitch count. Does it make you sad or make you, proud of what they're able to do as Garrett Mitchell knocks in a couple more?
Garrett Mitchell, baby! It's never ending.
It is never ending. It makes me proud overall. I mean, I'm stunned that there's only 2 $100 million plus contracts too. In baseball, where they seem like they give those out to your superstars every 5th year.
They do. They just don't happen here.
Just not the Brewers. And the fact that Chourio got that contract before he entered the majors as well, and now with Pratt, so 2 of your top 5 were guys that were even beforehand. I might not love the payroll circumstances for the Milwaukee Brewers, right? Inflicted to some degree, I suppose, but it's amazing what they're able to do. I mean, I can't even imagine what the other franchises look like, right? Like the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Cubs and the Braves and whoever else, right? On what those top contracts would look like. I wonder where even Yelly at $215 would fall into some of those for their franchise history. So to me, it makes me proud. The Brewers just do more with less on like any other professional team that I can think of, particularly the last decade. So it's pretty cool. Do I wish there was a little bit more? Yeah, I do. I do think one of these years it will happen, and I think they're going to continue to tick up just slightly, because at some point, Matt Arnold, Mark Antanasio, They have to look at it and say, what we have here is truly, truly special. We need to actually spend a couple of years of going what all in looks like for the Brewers to win a World Series.
What if I told you that after they won back-to-back championships, Kyle Tucker, who played for the Cubs last year, signed for 4 years, $240 million.
Come on. For a 4-year contract?
4 years?
Yelly's contract is like 20 years long. Because it goes obviously into the well past his playing years.
I'm okay with it. I understand that the Brewers weren't good enough back in the day to be spending money. When they did spend money, they were spending money on guys like Jeff Suppan and Kyle Loesch and Matt Garza, and it wasn't working out. This is the iteration of the team that I like, is the fact that now what they're doing is they're trying to lock in some of their young guys. They locked in Churio. They locked in Cooper Pratt. I believe it was reported that they were trying to negotiate with the Miz as well to try to lock him in a long-term deal.
Oh.
But that was in the offseason, I believe that conversation was being had. And so, again, I'm happy that the Brewers are recognizing, listen, we aren't able to lock these guys in once they make it to a spot that, they're great, but let's try to lock them in for 8 years. So in their prime of their 20s, when they're getting ready to earn that next big contract, they're going to be locked in right here with the Milwaukee Brewers. You even saw it with Freddie Peralta, and unfortunately for Freddie, is the Brewers, I don't believe the Brewers look at themselves as a first a big time contender for the World Series. I think they believe they can win a World Series, but they understand they have to catch lightning in a bottle. But they understand when that team was going to be ready 2 years from now, Freddie was going to be gone anyway. So it was important for the Brewers to move on for Freddie to try to bring somebody in who could be part of the next team that can actually win a championship. So I'm good with it.
They are positioning themselves for 2027 to 2030 is what it feels like. Because you could look at this and say,
yeah, but you're also positioning them to be very similar to what they are.
Why you say that? The talent, the pipeline of talent coming in.
The pipeline is big, but the cap of when the pipeline comes in, somebody is going to go.
Only one right
unless
now,
you pay Bryce Terang.
Bryce is the only one who may be having that conversation because this is Bryce's third full season in the majors.
Third or fourth, but
it might be fourth because he got the platinum glove, and then last year he didn't. So either this is third or fourth full season in major leagues, and then you're going to have the
platinum glove 2 years ago.
So then I think the year before that must have been his first season. And so again, we're talking about we'll be talking about arbitration by the time that this team is all together up here in the major leagues. And so Bryce is probably the only one, the leader of the pack, that may or may not
made his MLB debut in 2023.
All right, so there you have it. So again, he might be the one who maybe not, but other than that. There's always somebody behind.
There always is, but what about William?
We already have his replacement.
Again, but you're just replacing to be the same thing.
Yeah,
so I'm
but
getting at. So you're promising a World Series by 2029.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys are going to be ready to go, man.
They're going to be so young still.
I mean, listen. Did y'all see Robert Gasser pitch pretty well? But did you see how Logan Henderson pitched? I'm just saying, they got a plethora of arms. The Brewers are going to be great, fellas. Going to be great. Heck, and they're able.
You sound like Tony the Tiger.
It seems like, though,
they're able to get guys like David Hamilton, who all of a sudden is good.
But to win a World Series, it seems like the Brewers have a crop of really good guys.
What do you mean all of a sudden good? What does that mean? He's a utility player.
He's a utility player.
He has one hit on the entire year.
A utility. Well, every time I see him on base, he's stealing bases. And he's going
to be a pinch runner the entire year.
And he just had a big hit. Driving in a run.
We need these guys.
He did. Wow, up to 167 through 6 games.
Yeah.
Because the current roster is really good, right? But, I mean, to beat the Dodgers or the Yankees or whoever else is the big bad franchise at the time, you got to have, true studs, all-stars. So you got to hope that these guys, like Ben said, not just replace but elevate the team. Still a lot to ask.
They're going to continue to do this model of they're going to pay these guys. That's what's going to happen.
I believe in the model.
And now this isn't new in baseball where all these top prospects are getting these contract offers, and the Brewers have a lot of them, and they're going to continue to offer these guys these contracts, locking in the next decade for them to be successful.
Well, we have started to work out when we are going to the Princeton Club to make sure that we can get the 100-meter freestyle. Are we good on the board of directors change to a game of one-on-one?
No.
What do you mean? The commissioner gets the
commissioner gets the final say.
What are you talking about? No,
you got to talk to horse. Does sound quite near, but one-on-one sounds pretty good too.
I know. Sounds like bok out of Strouf, but either way, it'll be happening at the Princeton Club. The basketball, the swimming at the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, you need a healthy foundation of a healthy body and then your growth is going to start from there. 2026, it's all about growth. And in order to grow, you have the Princeton Club for you. They offer something for everybody, clean health clubs. You walk in, you feel the atmosphere, the environment where everyone's working towards getting better. So check it out, get a tour. You're going to love it. You're going to join, and you're going to be reaching your goals for your better tomorrow. Join the Princeton Club. Just make sure you get a tour, because when you see it, you'll feel it, and you'll join. Rounding the key quickly on the Carbless Talking text line. What do you got on the Milwaukee Brewers?
Okay, so you guys are talking about how good they are or how optimistic you are. You guys can do it after you come back from break. If they did a draft between the Dodgers and the Brewers, in the first 20 picks, how many of them are Brewers?
The Monte Carlo is next. Bumps Ron.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
I'm with you on moving on.
Yeah, move on. Like a bad relationship.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
41 northbound, we have a broken down vehicle stuck in the right lane right about at Burleigh. So watch out for delays coming up from Mayfair Road. We've also got westbound 94 backing up right through the stadium interchange from 35th Street to Hawley Road. Eastbound slowing down coming out of the stadium interchange to 35th. And southbound 43, watch for backups from just about Burleigh all the way down through the Marquette. Traffic is brought to you by Great Midwest Bank. Planning a home project or need added flexibility? Tap into your home's value with a HELOC from Great Midwest Bank. Visit greatmidwestbank.com. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. A chance for a wintry mix to the north. Showers likely, a low of 34. Then tomorrow, rain likely, half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Low Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Low Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner, serving greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Need a quick, delicious way to fuel your day? Try one of our new protein power plays from Cousins Subs. Power ham, power turkey, power club, power tuna. 4 craveable 5-inch subs on freshly baked Italian bread. Packed with protein, up to 33 grams. All for just $7.99 for a limited time. It's the flavor you love with the fuel you need. Grab a protein power play in store, online, or on the Cousins Subs app today. Cousins Subs, we believe in better.
Make your fitness goals last with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country with 5 locations in the Milwaukee area. At Johnson Fitness and Wellness, you'll find top-rated treadmills, strength equipment, ellipticals, bikes, and more, all guided by certified fitness experts who match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. And with white glove delivery and installation, plus flexible financing options, you can build your home gym with confidence. Visit one of their stores today or online at johnsonfitness.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to NBA play-by-play announcer Michael Grady. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, I'm Greg Fritsch, president of the Center for Veterans Issues, inviting you to get involved in supporting the CVI mission. The Center for Veterans Issues is proud to serve veterans across Wisconsin. Each year, we help more than 1,200 veterans stay housed, find meaningful employment, and connect with the support they've earned. From housing assistance and job training to case management and suicide prevention outreach, our team is here to help veterans build stable, independent lives. If you're a veteran in need of support, visit cvivet.org. Donations can also be accepted at cvivet.org/donate.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Turn your dream kitchen into a reality with the IKEA Dream Kitchen event. Now through April 21st, IKEA family members save 10% on what they spend, when they spend $3,000 or more on section kitchen cabinets and eligible appliances and countertops. That's modern style, smart storage, and everyday functionality designed your way, plus section cabinets come with a 25-year limited warranty. Again, Dream Kitchen, all available with the IKEA Dream event. Not sure where to start? IKEA's kitchen expert planners are here to guide you every step of the way. It's even closer than you think. So head to IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.us today. Ryan from Maguanago chimes in. Ron sucks. Shut up. Agree. That's on the Carbless Talk and text lines. Time now to take a look at
200,000 simulation
in the Monte Carlo.
There are takes, there are opinions, and then there is math.
I'm kind of psychic. It's like I have ESPN or something.
200,000 alternate realities.
200,000 simulations!
This eliminates the noise. This simulates the future. This is the Monte Carlo on KBN.
I feel like my brain's going to hurt after this one.
It hurt mine, just for the record. So I'm going to try to make it as quick and as simple as possible for you. This week's Monte Carlo, which features 200,000 simulations, takes a look at the future. Is it bright or is it dim? Is there a life with Giannis or a life after Giannis in Milwaukee?
It's like BC and AD.
Did you know what those were prior to my explanation of the calendar yesterday?
Oh, shut up.
BC stands for?
Before Christ.
AD stands
After
for?
dead.
After what?
Dead.
After death.
I said death.
No, you didn't.
I said dead.
Why you say dead?
Dead.
After dead.
Happy Easter, everyone.
All right, we're simulating the NBA draft lottery. What's the Bucks position going to be?
So we're simulating something completely random.
Well, sort of random, because only the top 4 teams.
Or are we
random.
simulating something rigged?
Oh, I hope it's rigged.
Well, I got bad news. The Monte Carlo didn't go rigged. The Monte Carlo went, what is the most likely outcome? Given the 200,000 simulations.
And it's because the Bucks are officially eliminated from playoff contention.
That is correct. And currently they have the 10th worst record in the NBA. And we simulated the rest of the season, which is not much of the season because there's only a few games left. The Bucks' most likely outcome is to be somewhere between the 9th to 11th worst record, but most likely outcome is where they are now, the 10th worst record in the NBA, which means if they do not draw a lottery ball in the top 4, they will have pick 10. And if people in front of them get a better one, then maybe they get pick 9 or 8. But after that, it can't happen. So the highest they can get without being in the top 4 is pick 8. That only happens 14% of the time.
Oof.
Or excuse me, 3% of the time. Pick 9, 19% of the time. Pick 10, 56% of the time. Pick 11, 14% of the time.
What are the chances they get a lottery ball?
It is less than 8%. But here's the catch. If they get a lottery ball and New Orleans does not, they don't get that pick.
Yeah.
Atlanta does.
Yeah.
Atlanta gets the higher of New Orleans. Milwaukee's pick. Milwaukee gets the worst. So you're asking me maybe, Ben, well, what are the odds New Orleans and Milwaukee get a lottery ball? What if both of them get a top 4 pick?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
3%.
3.7%.
Oh, wow. Look at you doing some random math. Just guessing?
I mean, it's not like they were in the 50s. It's not a 50-50 shot here.
What are they currently right now? Are they bottom 6 in the NBA right now? New Orleans.
Yes. It's about a 25 to 30% chance the Pelicans get a top 4 pick. It is only about a 15% chance, less than that the Bucks get a top 4 pick. So you combine those together, you get a little under 4%.
Ryan from Guanago chimes back in. We are currently Monte Carloing the resurrection of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes. He has risen.
Do you think Alex Antetokounmpo playing last night helps Giannis stay?
He should be happy because there's no reason to do it other than making him smile, right?
I think it does anything, really.
Nah.
I think you're just trying to, give a little bit of a nod on Giannis' way out the door.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Giannis wants to stay around on a team that's getting blown up by 30 every night.
Well,
they won by 30 last night.
They did, and he asked to play on this team that was getting blown out by 30, did he not? He complained allegedly.
Because he thinks they're a championship contender?
You said what?
Because he thinks they're a contender, or why is he asking to play?
Because he wants to be there for his teammates.
Let's make you the Monte Carlo. What % chance is Giannis a Milwaukee Buck by the start of next season?
Oh, well, less than 5%.
So why'd you throw up a stank fight against Brad?
No, I'm just saying, out the door is, definitive. I can't say for sure he's out, but I would say it's more than likely he's gone.
You know what's better than 5%?
What is?
0% when it comes to financing, am I right?
0% financing. You're going to find that at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and you're going to be able to get that all the way through 2030. That's right, into the new decade. You're going to be able to get that 0% financing. And the thing that makes Pella different, right? Yes, it's the 0% interest financing, but it's the unbeatable customization, durability, increasing your home's value and decreasing the cost. It is something that Pella Windows and Doors offers because they're top of the line. They've been around for over 100 years. You've been around for over 100 years. You're doing things right. You're treating your customers well. They're satisfied, and so is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. So you've probably been putting off that project for long enough. Make sure that you visit with the Brookfield Show Center for the Pella Windows and Doors. You can get inspired by everything that they have. You can visit them online, give them a call. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 0% interest till 2030. Call them today.
Kyle Brust Nortman continues next. Don't go anywhere.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN.
And that Alex Strouf, you look like you had something to say.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Backups continue northbound on 41 from basically Wisconsin Avenue all the way up to Burleigh. We did have a broken down vehicle stuck in the right lane at Burleigh. That has been taken care of. On the southbound side of 41, backing up from Hampton all the way down to Burleigh. Southbound 43, a hefty ride coming in from Locust all the way down through the Marquette. Westbound 94 is backed up from about 35th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, a chance of a wintry mix to the north. Showers likely, otherwise a low of 34. Tomorrow, rain likely, a half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
How are things at Kessler's Greenfield, Kelly?
Fantastic. I heard you have an idea for springtime. I love spring. I have a big collection of new life to show you.
New life is a spring thing.
Show us. I call it crosses and clovers. These are amazing. Well done, Kelly.
These are stunningly unique.
Kelly, the surface of this 4-leaf clover is fantastic. What's it made of? Sarah, the surface of that lucky 4-leaf clover is made of crushed black diamonds. Wow.
I'm buying this one. How much? $185. In yellow gold vermeil, it's just $270. This cross, $90.
And these initials pendants?
These are $60.
Clovers, crosses, and personalized pendants.
And a leprechaun that says they're magically delicious.
Sarah, that's a breakfast cereal.
Kelly, you've done well.
Extremely well.
Extremely very well. Happy springtime, everyone.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
She walked miles with her granddaughters every day at Disney with zero knee pain, but she couldn't have done that months ago. This all started with a visit to QC Kinetics.
We have spent the last 4 days going from park to park, walking all day long, no pain. I feel fantastic.
Here's what baffles people when they hear Kathy's story.
The doctor said, you need 2 full knee replacements. And I said, that's not going to happen. I went to QC Kinetics, started treatment that day. Within a couple of weeks, I was absolutely pain-free.
It's the kind of story that QC Kinetics hears from patients all the time.
I cannot thank QC Kinetics enough for giving me my life back. I'm active again and loving it. I'm well over a year out. I've had absolutely no pain in either knee.
Before you agree to surgery, listen to this. Think about it.
Tomorrow is Animal Kingdom, so yeah, gotta go.
Kathy's glad she took them up on the free consultation. We have one set aside for you.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
You can search for the biggest bat selection, but I'm here to save you time because the best baseball and softball bat selection in the Midwest is right here at Burkhardt Sporting Goods. We stock just about every bat on the market from all the top manufacturers like Easton, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Marucci, and more, and sell them all at the guaranteed lowest prices. So get in here and try a few out in our indoor batting cages. There's no need to look any further because when it comes to bats, if you want it, we got it at Burkhardt Sporting Goods. You can't beat Burkhardt. When you run a team, you want great uniforms, and you know selling spiritware is vital. That's why Burkhardt Sporting Goods will create a free custom website for you to sell your families and players the coolest spiritware from Nike and Under Armour, as well as the basics, while helping you fundraise at the same time. We take the hassle out of coordinating your team's apparel and make shopping and buying easy. So when you need awesome spiritware and uniforms for your organization, you can't beat Burkhardt. You can't beat Burkhardt.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Brust Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Bradley Nortman, Alex Strouf is running the show. I'd like to take a look at Brad's proclamation earlier.
Great proclamation that was. That was
proclamation.
Proclamation. That was Lincoln-like.
Proclamation.
Right.
Proclamation.
There you go.
That was Lincoln-like. And we're gonna call out everybody when they have flubs. Ben Brust, get ready.
Hello?
Can you not read? You struggling with a word? Is it word?
Brad Nortman says every team in the NFC would trade for QB Jordan Love to be their starter. Do you agree? Yes, every team would. 33% of the vote. No, not every team. 67% of the vote.
Some people are on the wrong side.
Too many Cubs fans out there.
Bears.
Bears fans. Probably Cubs fans too.
Yeah.
And very similar on YouTube, which some of these polls, YouTube versus Twitter, can be different. 36% say every team would trade for Jordan Love.
It's okay. They're just on the wrong side of history.
64% say no, not every team.
How are they going to tell a former NFL player who played with an MVP what a good quarterback look like? I bet you they
were you ever on the field the same time as Cam?
I mean, he was jogging off as I was jogging on.
So yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and oftentimes time was ticking away, protection on a sack or a run. So yeah, the time clock was ticking down as Cam was running off and I'm running on.
By definition, if he was sacked and the clock was still winding,
yes,
you guys were on the field at the same time.
Game was occurring, and Cam and I on the field at the same time. How beautiful.
He had a front row seat to greatness. He had a front row seat to what it took to get a team to a Super Bowl.
All right,
and y'all trying to tell him.
But you chill. I want to extract more information out of him. Not give his accolades of being on the field at the same time while he's running on and running off with Cam Newton.
That's unnecessary comments. You know all that.
Yeah, I think context matters. When
Haters, just hate. Your number one hater is to your right.
Holding you accountable.
Don't be
What did Cam Newton have that Jordan Love doesn't? Not from a skill standpoint, but from a the MVP guy. What can you identify? Now, you were in the locker room with one, and you're not in the locker room with Jordan Love. True. Obviously, you're looking on the outside. But is there anything that you can identify that Jordan Love has or doesn't have that will elevate him to the level of which you're talking like?
Well, Cam could take over games in ways that I haven't seen Jordan Love do just yet. He has really good moments. He can make all the throws. But there were moments where you were watching Cam and you're like, only he can do that. And that's what made him so great. Now
what can Jordan do that only he can do?
He can make some throws that only a handful of people can make. I don't think that he's the only one, but during Mahomes' MVP years or Allen, or I guess even Stafford this last year, you could say he made throws. There's a lot of consistency with that one too. But he made throws where it's that's an elite throw. And so I think when I was playing with Cam, you just felt like
didn't matter the score or situation. He could do something at any moment.
The opponent, you just always felt like you were in it. You felt like he was going to get the better of them. You felt like he was going to come out and play and look around and say, that is the best player on the field, and it's not even particularly close. I feel like when Favre and Rodgers won their MVPs, you were looking at them and saying, they are the best player on the field, and it's not even close. And I think that would come up in stats, but it also comes out with the eye test, right? And I think there are times when Jordan Love, you're like, dude is in total control. There's no one better on the field. But then you might have stretches where he's just a guy, right? Cam did that the whole year, and when we were making playoffs consistently, we were winning games because of Cam. And the defense, but the offense was a top 10 and I think a top 3 offense that Super Bowl year because of Cam. It's not like we had the best offensive line in the NFL. We didn't have the best receivers in the NFL.
He had something that the equalizer for a lot of things is, and that's why not so much Pat Mahomes, but I would put it on Josh Allen, is the thing that makes Josh Allen even more special is his ability to run. That's the one thing that Jordan Love does not. He just doesn't have that type of athletic ability. He doesn't have the frame, the size that a Josh Allen and a Cam Newton have. That, for me, when watching Cam Newton, is he can sling it, but it's what he did with his legs that made him immensely special.
It's true, but the year after Cam won the MVP, Matt Ryan did for the Falcons, and they lost in the Super Bowl as well. Even that year, pocket passing quarterback, not using his legs at all, you were looking at him, and I think defenses would look, I try to always invert it, like, how are we going to stop Matt Ryan? It felt like you couldn't stop him that year. I felt like he could do whatever he wanted to do. I don't know how you look at our Carolina Panther team in 2015 and say, I don't know how we're going to stop Cam. He's doing whatever he wants. I don't think Jordan Love does that consistently. I don't think that he is doing something where opposing defenses and defensive coordinators are like, Jordan Love is able to do whatever he wants. I don't know. I'm staying up at night because I don't know how we're going to stop him. Now, it's also reflective of the rest of the quarterbacks in the NFC. I did say he's the best quarterback in the NFC. I don't think there are a ton of quarterbacks in the NFC where defensive coordinators are like, oh my gosh, I don't know what we're going to do.
The reason why I wanted to dive in deeper to this is because there is one common thread. Whatever Kyle feels about Goody, whatever I feel about LaFleur, whatever you feel about probably closer to being more anti-LaFleur than Goody. I don't want to speak for you, which I've been accused of at times. I'd say I am the common denominator that they all have, that Goody did select, that I do believe in, is Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Like, if you again, I think the exercise we did about trading him for every NFC team would trade for him, like, straight up like that, I think part of me is like, I think teams carry too much of the he's our guy, so it's hard to take off the glasses of he's our guy no matter what we do it. But that being said, I think he's not far off of really being the best quarterback in the NFC because this is the most consistent he was in his tenure, in his third year, and he got hurt. Weapons got hurt. The offensive line wasn't good at the end of the year. He was running for his life.
Couldn't run the ball.
No, you know I've said
Some
this.
truth serum from
these are things that I believe.
Last year?
Yeah, these are things that I saw. This is undoubtedly, this was the most consistent we've seen Jordan Love.
And one thing I think that people forget is when you look back, go watch the highlights of Jordan Love. Jordan Love.
Highlights.
No. I'm serious. The dime balls that he throws, like Jordan Love, as Brad said, threading the needle. There was a touchdown pass to Tucker Kraft earlier this year where he just shoot. It was a perfect pass to Tucker Kraft where only Tucker Kraft could get it. Like, he has a lot of those passes. That's what I think makes him really, really special.
Could have had one if Christian Watson wasn't scared of getting hit against the Bears.
Go ahead and watch that. And that ball, if Christian Watson continues to run and finish the route at the top of the route, he might get killed. But if he puts his hands up, he might have a chance, and the Packers may have a chance to have at least one more play from the goal line.
I still think you got to put your body on the line there. I know he's brittle, but you got to put your body on the line there.
In that situation, you probably do.
I'm not calling the kid brittle because his dad on social media.
He is brittle, though.
Ooh, all right.
He had
Taheen Wazee on your
He had 3 injuries in one game at one point. He came out with a chest, back, and head injury. That's a first.
That was crazy.
You said okay, you want to do this? Strouf, pull it up.
I had
a ruse.
Well, that was years ago. I turned over a new leaf. I got read so hard a couple of days ago by Bill. I'm just leaving people alone. I was accused of being an ageist, and now I'm leaving Christian Watson alone. He's a great player. I want no smoke from his daddy.
Our guy Bill and Delavan.
Yeah,
man, he humbled you that much, huh?
Oh yeah.
You're thinking about everything now.
Yes. I sound terrible.
That's what you sound like all the time.
I gotta fix it.
How about I give somebody something?
What is that? Lord, he said, wait a minute, go back. He said, go back. He think it's a what?
It wasn't too serious, and it wasn't, so...
what are the after effects right now?
I mean, it's a little sore, but I mean, it's just a bruise.
Oh,
so.
Come on, man.
He left practice with a bruise?
Come on, man. Come on. I got a bruised finger from playing soccer with Ben right now, but I go to work every day. I kept going in at it. A bruise? Bro, I tore both my ACLs. And he talking about a bruise?
That's you, Kyle. It's time to give away a hoodie from Iron Jock. IronJoc.com. 99.9% of odor bacteria is gone. Forever. Gone. Because of that Iron Jock silver ion technology they've created. Don't think about the big name logo. Think about Iron Jock feeling comfortable, feeling cool, feeling warm in the scenarios where you need it. In a cold gym, when I wear my Iron Jock long sleeve, it warms me up. In a hot gym, it cools me down. It literally is so versatile, the gear that you wear, and you can experience Iron Jock by going to their website, ironjock.com, and when you spend $50, you get 30% off and 2 free pairs of socks. So that's code SOCKS2, socks number 2 at ironjock.com. Be caller 25, put Strophy to work. Caller 25, put Strouf to work. 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. What caller number, Brad and Kyle?
6. Huh? I heard 6, too.
800-990-3776.
What number was it?
25.
You did say put Strouf to work. I did hear that.
I was
6. You guys are idiots.
I'm watching the Christian Watson play. Oh, my gosh.
The bruise?
No. The pass by Jordan Love to Christian Watson.
It actually wasn't as bad. He put his hand out there.
He put his hand up for it, but he didn't.
He didn't go full go.
And if he went for it, the Packers win that game.
800-990-3776. Caller 25 for Iron Jock gear next.
Kyle Brust Nortman.
I text Greg Scalzo, and I say, Greg, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late to work. I'm caught in an international conspiracy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
This is Coach Greg Gard. Strong teams succeed with the right partners. Bank CMG works closely with Wisconsin business owners, offering local insight, modern tools, and honest guidance you can trust. They take the time to understand your goals and help you build something sustainable. Whether you're managing cash flow, planning for growth, or navigating change, having the right banking partner matters. When your business matters, your bank should too. BankCMG.com.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Summertime is when you'll find the largest selection of homes on the market.
But it's the bottom of the ninth, as it's also the time when homes move the quickest.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
And I'm Andrea Woshinski. With more buyers competing, preparation, speed, and expert local guidance can make all the difference.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
A real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousins Subs delivered straight to your door. From our freshly baked bread and hand-sliced meats and cheeses to our famous sides, crispy golden fries, Wisconsin cheese curds, or creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to enjoy. Ordering is quick and easy online or through the Cousins app. Whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew, let us bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
Well, your Milwaukee Brewers are off to a 5-1 start with a day off tomorrow. They have outscored the White Sox and the Rays 45-17 with a plus 28 run differential. Remember, after 4 games last year, they were 0-4 with a minus 34 run differential, if I'm not mistaken. So that is a great start to a long season. But I also think it's worth mentioning that they scored 6 unanswered last night and 8 unanswered today. Yeah. And that is why, Kyle Wallace, you should never turn off the TV.
Okay, Ben, if you say this one more time, I'm going to expose you. Okay, so stop playing with me. Stop playing with my name.
Defensively, they have not committed an error through 6 games to start the year for the first time in franchise history.
Wow. Do y'all realize Ben Brust, remember a couple of days ago after I turned off the game, right? What did Ben Brust tell me he was going to do? He was going to text me updates, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think he texted me any updates?
Not until
What inning? Sixth, seventh,
fourth or fifth.
No. You told me it was going to be the fourth or fifth inning, but then I get to the sixth or seventh inning. I'm like, I'm celebrating in the fourth and fifth. I'm like, where's Ben Brust at? I had parental duties. He wasn't watching the game. He wasn't watching the game.
My wife was out and my daughter fell on concrete.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent, which leads to monuments of nothingness. Your daughter falling on the concrete is an excuse. You tell her rub some dirt on it. The Brewers are playing, baby. That's what you do. That's good parenting.
Yeah, you really exposed him, Kyle.
Got me there, bud.
Yeah.
Got me.
He was supposed to be texting me, but he was talking about my daughter.
You're crying about your hand hurting. You know what? I know you want to watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Here's the Brewers game. We're going to watch it together.
Yeah, this will pacify you.
See,
although I have been thinking, though.
Oh, what you been thinking?
Like, my wife really wants to make sure, and I agree with this. I think screen time is crazy if you just look around the world. Like, I know I'm horrible at it.
The Nortman household doesn't subscribe to screen time.
I know. Now, that's great on them, but I'm not the Nortman household. We're going to allow some screen time for sanity. But that being said, whenever she's up and I want to watch a game, like, I always just go no volume, and she's still looking at it. And so now I'm figuring out that if I'm going to, have something for her to watch, what sport do I get her most interested in?
Oh, well, okay, so that is some interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to have to pick and choose, like, but it's our thing. She loves watching football or basketball or baseball with me.
Yeah, it's got to be well selected, because even though we've got a pretty strict no screen rule, I will say over the Elite Eight, and we were talking about, I did watch the UConn Duke game live, and all the kids were up, so they were watching it. So they're saying basketball. Yeah, they watched a little bit of it. So I was like, okay, boys, if we're gonna do this, look at how they're using angles. Look at that release. So yeah, it is something to where
yes.
We are very, very choosy with it.
Dad's gonna watch sports. That's part of the job.
I think I'm good with brainwashing your kids into liking sports.
Well,
I think I'm all for it. Because
everyone's gonna say yeah, this is what we do.
It's low stim, and they're watching other humans, right? It's just how different
and it's
is
not
that?
trash television.
Ben.
Exactly. It's not high stim cartoon crazy.
Ben needs to have his daughter watching basketball. Ben was a good basketball player, but the next generation will be even better. And the women's basketball, they getting paid millions coming up soon.
My wife is short.
Okay, and the women's basketball, you can be the great ones don't need to be 6 feet. All she got to be is 5'10".
Oof.
You just got to shoot.
That's a reach.
You're 6'2", aren't you?
6'1".
6'1". I mean.
6'1" and 5'3" feels like 6'1" and 5'3" feels like 5'6" is the max.
Dang. Well, I'm hoping
that might be tough then.
That will be tough.
Thanks for hoping, Kyle.
I mean, she'll be a libero.
How tall is Caitlin Clark?
Libero.
Caitlin Clark, she's probably 6 feet.
She's 6 feet?
Well, maybe 5'10", 5'11". I don't know.
I don't know how to
see 6
benchmark the 6 feet, huh?
No, yeah. So I think you got to be at least 5'10". Enrique Ogunbowale, who's from Wisconsin and plays in the WNBA and played at Notre Dame, hit those big time shots.
Yeah, she looks taller than Dare.
I think she's only like 5'10", 5'11".
Oh wow. That's still pretty tall for a girl though.
Yeah,
to get
5'8".
5'8".
There it is, Ben.
There you go.
You
no
excuses. Your daughter out.
The league average of the WNBA is 6 feet.
Damn.
Well, and you got some real tall girls in there.
Yeah,
so
but you're a guard. She's going to be a guard too.
Average guard in the WNBA.
All right, now.
Height. What's that?
How do you know she's going to like basketball?
Because you're going to put it on the screen.
You have basketball memorabilia littered throughout your household.
I think it's going to be cool when I show her when I was playing. That'll be cool, right? No.
5'10", average height of a guard in WNBA.
You're going to coach.
I'm not going to coach.
I guarantee you're going to coach.
How many times do I have done so? I will not coach.
I don't think you understand.
I will coach individually.
When the other parents get wind that Ben Brust is a father of a girl on this team, you're going to have to coach.
Or when the team sucks and Ben's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't watch this.
That is where you got me. 2 minutes.
Still a bit of a heavy ride westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound backs up from 70th Street to 35th. Southbound 41, we got some backups just heading through the Capitol Drive area. Northbound slowing down from Watertown Plank Road up past Burleigh. Southbound 43, also seeing delays from Locust down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And check the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Chance for wintry mix to the north. Showers likely, a low of 34. Tomorrow, rain likely, half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Wisconsin, let's keep this simple. If you've been patiently waiting for Yuengling to finally make its way here, thanks for hanging in there. If you believe a beer tastes even better after shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn, or putting in an honest day's work, well, you're our kind of people. Wisconsin, it's finally here. Yuengling, oldest brewery in America, family owned and operated for 6 generations, and now officially in Wisconsin. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
414.
Jordan.
414.
The best QB in the NFC.
Slinging the pill.
Yeah. We got the quarterback. Jordan Love. He gonna win a title, and we gonna celebrate in the.
There it is.
In the 920.
And the 608. And the
262 and
262.
What is this? Area codes by Ludacris? Y'all get it.
414.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Alex Strouf is running the show. KBN Nation, as always, 800-990-3776. That is your way into the show, the Carpless Talk and Text line, as well as YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Ed policy. What, turn your mic on for that. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, what is that all about?
I love when Brad can go after finance people because he has a finance background.
He's a good finance guy.
He's already given rid of the naming rights opportunity after putting into existence.
No.
So, Ed Policy, first time he cracked the mic as the president of the Green Bay Packers, started talking about naming Lambeau Field, woe is me, victim mentality. Oh, it's so hard to keep up financially with everyone else in the NFL who can, sell off slivers of their team, make a little bit of profit, get a little bit of money injected in there. It makes it hard to compete on the field, something like that, he said. And we reacted, or at least I reacted and said, whoa. First of all, you're getting plenty of money from the NFL. The salary cap's all the same for everyone, so don't talk about competition. And you're supposed to be owned by the community. So what is it? You trying to make a profit, or are you owned by the community in basically a non-for-profit type setting? So I was willing to let it go, talk about it. Ed Policy spoke to the media again in Arizona, the head coaches and front office meetings. I thought maybe it'd be an opportunity for him to, sort of right the ship. Pull back a little bit. And he did that, but there is a line in here that got me so heated. Ed Policy talking about business in general. We're looking at being aggressive. First of all, he said we're not going to name the field anytime soon. But he says this. We're looking to be as aggressive as it relates to just building our business and revenue in general, Policy said, because it's just become extremely expensive.
It has
to run an NFL franchise. We're not going to be able to compete on the field if we don't really begin to prepare ourselves to make smart moves off the field as a business. Every other team has access to, most of the teams anyway, access to a number of sources of capital we don't have access to. He doubles down. He doubles down on the fact that the Packers are playing this victimhood stance that says, we can't sell off slivers of our team like other teams can't. Meanwhile, whenever they want to issue stock, they do it.
Oh, stop it.
I smell?
Stop it.
I smell a sale coming.
A sale must be coming.
They ain't going to make $12.5 billion for 1%, which is crazy.
Yeah, but the owner
It wasn't
$12.5
billion for 1%. It was $250 million.
Oh, okay.
$250 million.
Okay, that makes more sense. When I kept trying to read it over and over because I said, this can't be right.
But they can't infuse $250 more into the salary cap. They're not putting $250 million into the stadium. He's just getting it and he's putting in his money. That's the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, the Raiders are also trying to sell off, I believe, 10% of their team for an $11 million barrel.
Greedy.
But
you would do the same thing.
They're just so greedy.
You would do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm greedy.
For him to say two things that really got after me. One, back to this whole competitiveness thing. This has no bearing on the competitiveness of the Green Bay Packers on the field. Mm-hmm. There's a firm salary cap. That's not going anywhere. And the amount of total revenue that's flowing in from the NFL to all the other owners, all the other teams, is plenty to satisfy that, let alone what you do above and beyond that, which the Green Bay Packers do pretty well. They're in the top half. But to then say it's become extremely expensive to operate an NFL franchise, this might be, again, a little bit of nerdism here, but he's focusing all on the expense side. Let's talk about revenues of the NFL. The revenues of the NFL, it's skyrocketing viewership and TV deals. It's all taking off 10 times, that's exaggeration, more than any other sports organization out there.
I will say they're on every platform imaginable, and it's been a sore topic of conversation for those who, like Kyle Wallace, do the 7-day trial
and it's not slowing
cancel.
down. They're playing
for the Peacock game in Brazil, for the Netflix game. I'm sure he gets a password from his brother.
Playing games Friday nights, Wednesday nights, all over the country, all different platforms. So, listen, nobody is pulling out their violins for the NFL, and no one's pulling them out for the Green Bay Packers. I just found this to be a strange quote by Ed Policy to double down on the, oh my goodness, the competitiveness. How are we going to be able to compete? And let's focus on the expenses, not focus on the revenue.
Right,
Again, for the only two
ridiculous.
times Ed Policy's been able to talk, he's been talking in ways that feels like a victimhood mentality that I thought he would right the ship, but he doubled down.
No, he didn't double down. He just told everybody, listen, he has to understand that they don't have as many tools in the toolbox as everybody else does in order to generate revenue. And I like to call him what he said. He's paranoid. He's paranoid Policy, because what he told a great story when he was a young 25-year-old fresh out of law school. You know what happened? He was from the state of Ohio. You know what happened in Cleveland in 1995, 96 era?
I do not.
The Baltimore Ravens became a thing because Cleveland left. And so he said, oh my gosh, this is what can happen. So he said he's been paranoid ever since then. That is the type of mentality I want. I want the president of my football team to sit there and focus on how can we continue to make sure that these Green Bay Packers will forever be here in the state of Wisconsin.
Isn't that written in bylaws by the committee? There are certain things in place to keep them there. A singular owner made that decision to move from Baltimore, or from Cleveland to Baltimore.
But what if all of a sudden money gets tied and the league has to come in and try to save the pack? Listen, the glory years may not always be the glory years. And so that's why it's Ed Policy's job to literally make sure that this everything around this organization is sustainable, so they continue to have the deep pockets that they have. So I'm happy he's paranoid. And you know what? He's talking about selling naming rights to the Don Hudson Center. Good. Everything should have a name on it. Everything should be sold. Sell, baby, sell. Or what we say here, open, baby, open.
Alex Strouf, do you like the paranoid policy perspective?
PPP?
Yeah.
I don't really care, to be honest.
You don't care? You don't care about your future of the Green Bay Packers?
The future of the Green Bay Packers has been, and the past of the Green Bay Packers has been built in such a way that I know the football team will always be in Green Bay. They're fine. I feel like, to Brad's point, he's crying wolf a little bit. So I just don't care.
You don't care that he's crying wolf. You don't think that he's being reasonable in his responses as to how he's looking at the business?
I feel like he's being too transparent publicly, but yeah, he's got such a unique job in comparison to everybody else, right? He doesn't own the team.
I don't envy the Packers president.
No,
it's about owning the team. It's about the fact that he doesn't have money.
Mark Murphy was a stand-up comedian, right? Like, he had such an eccentric personality where when we listened to him, we were entertained or, behooved by something he said that he probably shouldn't have. Where Ed Policy is clearly more buttoned up and more about that business boss, maybe rather than that comedic action boss.
Well, I don't think you're giving Mark Murphy enough credit, though.
He did a terrific job.
I was going to say, in terms of the business, he did a great job despite his...
When did we ever bring up Mark Murphy when it was business related? We brought Mark Murphy up on our shows when he was talking at the girls' basketball state tournament about whether or not they're going to trade their franchise quarterback.
Or at meetings that were not being recorded where he would call Aaron Rodgers a complicated fella.
Well, they were recorded. He just didn't know it. But yes. Yes, and it was never about like, are they going to rename Lambeau Field?
But I wonder if Murphy had these same thoughts, just didn't say it out loud.
See, and that's maybe the better way to distill it down. Strouf, you said, and you just landed the plane, Ben, where you said, like, I'm not faulting policy for having these thoughts and having these discussions behind closed doors, right? It seems like reasonable conversations. Should we name Lambeau Field? Should we sell off rights? Are we concerned about expenses? Are we concerned about revenue? That all makes sense to me. But then to bring that to the public seems like a weird thing to do for a league that is swimming in money, for a team that's supposed to be community owned, and like maintaining the brand of community owned, and then also to say like a competitive on the field factor. I don't
like the competitive on the field.
That to me, it feels
that's the cry
like
wolf part.
You're trying to tug on the heartstrings of fans. Because when fans hear that, they say, well, I want to be competitive.
No, but you have to understand one thing, that when you look at the grades from the NFLPA and what came out is they complained about the facilities when it came to the training room, right?
That's being renovated actively.
Exactly, but you have to have funds, right? That fund,
they've got $400 million in the safety net.
Exactly. So
they have money.
Yes, they have money, but you need to continue to be paranoid because you understand that the resource of money comes from what you bring in. You don't have any deep pockets where you can invest additional money. The Green Bay Packers can only invest money in bringing attractions around here to make sure the coffers are deep. And so when you want to talk about on the field isn't just the performance of the players. There's also the players being happy and wanting to come to Green Bay because they like their brand new locker room, right? That's what they liked last year. They're going to like their new training facility. They're going to like, maybe they're going to have a daycare they're going to put in there. So players aren't complaining about how the daycare.
The Packers have sold out every home game since 1959. That's 8 years before Super Bowl I. They're making money hand over fist. They're raising ticket prices every week.
And there's that deposit you got to put down as part of the season ticket.
Yeah, you get that refunded ticket. I don't really know how that works.
Yeah, but they can just use.
I don't know how a deposit works.
How many years in a row have they trotted out a different alternate uniform? They're making millions of dollars in merchandise sales.
It's true.
Let's not act like they're broke.
They're not broke, but understand a good business person is always going to be acting in paranoid.
They're trying to screw over the city of Green Bay and not paying them taxes.
The fear of going broke. That is the thing. Is a fear of this failing.
They will not go broke until your carcass has disintegrated into dirt.
Oh wow, Stro, this is the thing though. They want to last long beyond that. You do realize that our grandparents were around.
Will.
The Packers were around when my grandpa was born. And know what? At that point, they were like, we need to make sure we're alive when his grandson is dead.
Right, and that's before there was TV deals that are billions of dollars. That's before merchandise sales were what they are. That's before there was 32 deals. That's before they were wearing helmets.
I've never seen people get upset or mad about somebody talking about making sure a team is fiscally healthy, especially when they have such a unique ownership.
But because they're fiscally healthy.
He's
That's
doing
why
it
it's
in
weird.
such a way that it feels like he's trying to elicit emotion and a victimhood mentality.
He even said that, listen, we're not doing any naming rights or anything like that for the field, but we will look at other opportunities to generate revenue. That is his job. Like if you are a person who ran a business and you weren't looking at ways to generate revenue, then you suck as a business person.
Why use the term compete? That's a trigger word for fans.
Because you want to be able to stay competitive. You got to have as much money as possible to keep up with the Joneses.
Don't you think that the Packers have a competitive advantage because there is no owner? They can funnel every single dollar back into the team.
But also,
another owner might say, "Ooh, I'm going to take some of that off the top, put it in my pocket because I have the right to do so."
It may hamstring them a little bit because they want to make sure that they don't do anything that could potentially alter the success that they had. That's why the Packers have probably stayed so consistent along this time, because they're never going to do anything to go all in and put anything.
I can boil this down to one thing. If Strouf is broke and can budget for a wedding ring, the Packers can exist for 200 more years in Green Bay.
The Packers Kyle, remember 2 years ago we went to the thing at Lambeau Field where they give us all the revenue and different dollar amounts. The Packers, this is from last July 23rd, 2025. Quote, the Packers reported an $83.7 million operating profit.
That's not good enough. Brad, is that good enough? We want more than that.
Profit!
Is this a community-owned team or is it a profit-seeking organization?
This is a profit-seeking organization,
Kyle,
Brad.
that's every single expense gone. $83 million of profit.
I hate to say it. 83 is not that much. I'm Team Kyle.
It is not.
It's not.
With a backdrop of what? Several $100 million.
Excuse me, in 2023, the Dallas Cowboys' operating income profit was what? $504 million.
I'm with Kyle here.
Okay, so Jerry Jones lines his pocket more.
No,
it doesn't make them less competitive. It doesn't threat them leaving Green Bay. And the Cowboys are the most profitable franchise possibly in the world.
So why wouldn't I want Ed Policy making sure that we're the most profitable franchise in the world?
He can do that. I have no problem if you want to sell the rights to Lambeau Field. Don't come up in front of the public and say it threatens our ability to compete. That's crazy to me.
I wish he says our operating cash flow needs to be higher so we can continue to invest in the city of Green Bay and Lambeau Field over the next 50 years. That, I think, would sit better with me, because that I understand. $83 million sounds like a lot to us, but for an NFL franchise on a profit basis,
$83 million. The salary cap is more than that.
Brandon, Milwaukee. Ben and Kyle are idiots. You're up.
$83 million in profit. That's after the salary cap. That's with $600 million in the bank. I don't think you guys are understanding Strouf here when he says $83 million of pure profit.
No.
The players are paid.
I get what
cap.
profit
we cannot
means.
go over that amount.
$83 million. If you take 83 over, I don't know, the next 10 years, and you take $500 million over the next 10 years, that's a huge gap of resources to invest back into everything other than the team.
They put $700 million in the stadium in the last 20 years.
I understand that.
$700 million.
The Chicago Bears operating income in 2023 is estimated between $138 million and $203.
Number
okay,
three.
all right. Well, we could. I mean, this is the bottom market. That's another point. You're in the smallest market.
And
not
you
only
don't have an owner.
They're in the top half of their local revenue, right? When this came up a couple weeks ago, looked it up. I believe they're 15th, 14th, so right on the borderline. But local revenue, they all get the same national revenue. All goes to 32 teams, divided up. Socialism for billionaires, it all gets divided up evenly. Then the local markets is what divides up. The Jacksonvilles of the world, they don't make what the Packers make, not by a long shot.
Let's look it up because they get.
That's what I'm doing right now. While we look it up, Strouf, why don't you tell us about how you invested your money to make sure you gave your fiance something great?
Heck yeah, I did. I went to Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield. Robert Hack Diamonds, 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, 2 in Brookfield, and online, Robert Hack, HAACK Diamonds.com. Robert Hack Diamonds has been Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds, both natural and lab grown for nearly 80 years in southeast Wisconsin. So that's why it was a no-brainer. When I knew I had the girl and I needed to find her dream ring, I went to one place and one place only. I went to Robert Hack Diamonds. I worked with Leslie and the team in Greenfield. I said, she wants a radiant cut. She wants a gold band. I don't really know what that means. Leslie, expert. She helped me get it from a concept. We picked out the diamond. She picked out the band. We put it together, and boom, we created my fiance's dream engagement ring. I knew I was ready to take that next step, just didn't really know how. So I went to Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds, and will continue to go to Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds. That is Robert Hack Diamonds, 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, Brookfield North, Brookfield South, and in Greenfield, and online, roberthackdiamonds.com. Heck yeah, thanks to Robert Hack Diamonds.
I guess it makes it even more interesting that he's crying wolf then, Brad, when they are in that $100 million tier. And you look at some of the bottom teams in the league, Atlanta's, they'll make like $50 million profit per year. It's a big market.
Interesting.
Maybe they will be here after Kyle's body is gone forever.
Ain't nobody going to them games.
Watch Tua?
Definitely not to watch Tua.
More next.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in a house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that, dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Still a bit of a heavy ride westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Eastbound backs up from 70th Street to 35th. Southbound 41, we got some backups just heading through the Capitol Drive area. Northbound slowing down from Watertown Plank Road up past Burleigh. Southbound 43, also seeing delays from Locust down through the Marquette interchange and over the high-rise bridge. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit geistdoors.com and don't think twice, call Geist. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance for wintry mix to the north. Showers likely, a low of 34. Tomorrow, rain likely, half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Low Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Low Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner, serving Greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
An open house like no other, our Siding Unlimited and Outdoor Living Unlimited open house brings in product reps so you can see, touch, feel the product, and talk to the manufacturer reps directly from Pella, Sunrise, Marvin Windows and Doors, LP SmartSide, CertainTeed Roofing, TimberTech Decking, County Pavers, and Screen Rooms. Everything is here for your next project at one place, one time on Saturday, April 25th from 9 to 1 p.m. Details at sidingunlimited.com and outdoorlivingunlimited.com.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick. Your email said you had a big surprise. Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for. Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Homer here for Milwaukee Weight Loss. I've been on the journey since January and I've already lost 20 pounds, 10 to go by the end of March. If you're looking for a safe and easy program, it's actually easy. They'll actually help you keep the weight off. This is it. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. That's up to a pound per day. And for a limited time, $200 off with the spring special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pain in your joints is something that will cripple the way you want to live your life. Activity, living life in motion, that's the only way to do it. Luckily, QC Kinetics, right here in Greenfield and Mequon, is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. That's right here at the touch of your fingertips, you can dial this number and get yourself your free consultation when you are going to be able to learn a little something about what that joint pain is, how to get yourself back to a pain-free life, and even better, QC Kinetics doesn't necessarily utilize surgery or drugs or anything like that. That's terribly invasive. They use cellular treatments to use your body, what's already in there, to help heal those joints and give you lower inflammation and, most importantly, no pain for the long term. You've been putting this off long enough. You might as well get a second, maybe even third or fourth opinion on those joints, because if you've been living with pain, you know that every day feels way too long. Live your best life and give QC Kinetics a call today for your free consultation. 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
Alex Strouf didn't care about the finances of the Green Bay Packers until Kyle drove him up a wall, and he had to jump right in and let him know they're going to be here long after he's dead.
I wish I made $83 million in 1 year so I could claim I was broke. That'd be a sick reality.
With $500 million in reserve?
Right. Oh, I profited $83 million last year. God.
Strouf's going to be, if Strouf was a billionaire, he'd be a good one. Because he would give money to all his employees.
Like the Packers gave $11 million last year. Oh, we're so broke. Here's $11 million, charity.
Go ahead, Strouf.
It's time for the
Wheel of Strouf.
Pro charity Alex Strouf, by the way. Another day, another buckaroo.
I don't know if you should go there.
Wheel of Strouf time.
Anti-charity.
Why is that? What happened?
The only charity he likes is the charity that I'm going to send to his bachelor party.
Oh, wow.
That's not true at all. We were bowling for babies, Milwaukee diaper mission a few weeks ago.
Look at you.
You turned down $1,000 to have Jeff and Waukesha go to your wedding, and it was all going to go to charity. So
that's true.
And I think the offer still stands. I talk to Jeff, or I see Jeff every day here.
I can't even call those shots quite yet. We're getting closer, though. We're making progress in the wedding planning.
Oh, wow. Don't give KBN Nation hope.
Yeah, that's
they
the
can
problem.
attend the royal wedding.
No. We're gonna have a KBN Nation bachelor party, though, I think.
Yeah,
you guys
we
would
are.
be interested in that. You guys don't have to be there. KBN Nation will be there.
Promoted mine for one day.
And we can promote mine for a year, baby. Can't wait. All right, Wheel of Strouf time.
Wheel of Strouf.
What does that even say? I don't know. I think we're done with the colors for a minute. I need a new marker. So, guys, I've been sitting on this for a few days, and it's still bothering me. Related to one of you on this program and the way you spoke to me over the weekend.
Oh.
For the weekend. And,
here, cry me a river.
I wouldn't fire Horst, but
Of course you would.
what's that supposed to be?
You don't mind just being okay. Look at you. You're okay looking. Your athletic ability sucks. You're not trying to get better. I mean,
Wow.
you're just okay with just being.
What's going on?
Okay. No,
right
I mean,
now?
show me the lie.
I am trying to get better.
I'm not going to lie, when I was listening to that, all I could think was spot the lie.
Bradley?
It's a lash out.
A lash out in what?
Is the decathlon getting in your head?
No.
I actually had somebody approach me this morning and said, Kyle's been really messed up this week. And I said, no, what's wrong?
These lies.
And he said, yeah, he was talking about the decathlon this morning in a meeting that had nothing to do with KBN.
Strouf is the biggest liar.
This legitimately happened.
There's no way it happened.
We had a 10:30 all-team meeting. Were you there?
Yeah, I was there.
About 10:28 this happened. When I was sitting down already, ahead of the 10:30 all-team meeting, and at 10:28 somebody approached me and said that.
I don't know why they're lying to you. I don't know what meeting I had. I was talking about the decathlon.
And then that same person said, Strouf, the way I view it, you're like a team that's playing with nothing to lose. My money's on you.
Strouf, you have quite the imagination. You and Steve just have all type of conversations. Was this with Steve too, 2028?
It's not with Steve.
It had to be with Steve.
It would be so great if Strouf
1028.
If Strouf brought back his imaginary friend from his young age and started talking to somebody randomly around the office that's imaginary.
Yeah, he probably does.
I don't know if I'd get fired, but I'd probably get put on some sort of leave.
No, you wouldn't be put on leave, especially nowadays. That's just called an exception, right? They just fill out a little piece of paper.
No lie there either.
Steve would probably get a desk before me.
You have a desk.
Sorta. Shared custody.
There's more
Sounds
desks
like a pain
than ever.
point.
What?
There's more desks than ever around here.
That's true. I do maybe have a new space, so that's exciting.
Wheel of Strouf! Wheel of Strouf!
Orange again, man. We're
Have
hot.
you worked out this week?
Yeah, I went yesterday, and I'm going tomorrow.
Wow. Wait, you went.
Do you have an official count?
Yeah, I think I'm at 17 so far.
Do you feel the gains occurring?
Yeah, they've occurred. Kyle?
Why do you say Kyle?
We worked out on Sunday.
You're getting there.
And the gains have occurred. You would agree?
You're getting there. You got a great coach.
I do.
Bench 95 yet?
Yeah.
You did it?
Oh, have we not told you guys this yet?
No.
Oh, yeah, I bench 95.
Well, how long are you going to keep that in your back pocket for? That's a huge accomplishment.
Well, I thought we were waiting for Summerfest to prove it.
No, that's 135.
That's 135 by Summerfest.
Yeah, I know. I thought we were just going to show the results then.
We're just going to not talk about it at all?
I'm working in quiet.
Wow.
Yeah,
Tom Brady wasn't great because he told you how great he was.
Yeah, I got
Tom Brady was great because he proved he was great.
I got him ready.
How often was Michael Jordan going like, yeah, I'm the best player in the world? Not
Okay,
much.
now you're taking it a little too far.
But Michael,
now you're comparing yourself to Tom Brady and Michael Jordan, about lifting 95 pounds.
But Michael Jordan showed up in the NBA Finals every year and kept winning. And when Strouf shows up to Summerfest, Strouf brings his best. No?
Brings his best or wins?
You do bring your all to Summerfest.
We need to make sure we do it before Summerfest because all the games will be lost.
Day one.
Oh, yeah, actually, weekend one is my favorite week in the lineup so far, so I'm pretty fired up.
I'm proud of the kid because I taught him how to stop being a little wuss and taught him how to push through because before he would get a little struggle and act like he couldn't lift it up. And so I told him, I was like, listen, I'm going to let you die. So either you're going to live or you're going to die. What you gonna
that's
do?
good.
What you going to do?
Motivation.
And so I told him, you're going to have to live.
Are you going to live or die?
Yeah. And so like,
life or death on the bench bar.
And so I was proud of him because, we had, we're going to do these many reps. And he was going past him.
He was probably like, I don't want to die.
Yeah, I had to. You got to break the soft out of him. You got to
do.
beat the soft out of him, and that's exactly what I did. And now he can put up 95, and that's it.
Strouf.
Yeah,
I can't believe we didn't tell you guys this.
Oh, I can. Strouf was all weird about it. I wanted to record it. He said, I was like, okay, Strouf, okay, whatever you want, buddy.
Did you do one rep or was there more than one?
No, he did one rep. He got to the point where he was going. He came
so he
down.
still didn't just push it out.
He didn't rep it out, but he got to the point where you got to push a little bit. We taught him how to put his feet. We taught him how to place his body, how his hands.
All right, Kyle, you can stop talking now. You're making sense.
And he finally got over the hump. Like he got to that breaking point.
Yep,
and he didn't quit. And he didn't quit. He pushed through because I had to break him of it.
Good job, Strouf.
It's only the start, baby.
Is this April Fool's?
Oh, no.
Are you April Fooling us right now?
It would be a good one.
We're not. That would be a good one. But
it would be a good. We didn't have April Fools on a thing.
Well, we were going to get there, and then we got distracted by the 95 thing. Yeah, it happened on Sunday again. And yeah.
I love how he's trying to be Mr. Cool about it. Like I lifted 95 pounds. It's so sick.
It's still pathetic.
I mean, I'm so sick. I did 95.
I'm not saying it's sick. That's why I don't want to talk about it.
You can show it to the internet. You did it, buddy. I did it. That's what you can say.
Let's get to 135 at Summerfest, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, I'm going to try. It's a steep hill because now you done found a false sense of accomplishment.
Now I'm still going, Kyle.
Okay, well, we're going to see. I'm going to try to see if I can find a video of you saying, oh, stop.
Did you actually take a video?
It was very quick because you put your hand up. I had a video, and I just deleted it. I'm like, oh, he doesn't want people to see this.
I didn't know you took one.
It was very short.
Are you going to do a date night soon?
Yeah, I think Saturday. My girl's out of town this week, so I've been lonely. So maybe I've got to treat her on Saturday. We've got to head over to Milwaukee's East Side, best new location. That, of course, is Veer North. It's like an elevated sports bar. It's hard to explain, but it's great for a date night. It's great for a business meeting. It's great for watching the big game with their big screens. There's a brand new patio. As the weather starts to warm up, I'm so pumped for the patio and the concert series. Veer North is fantastic. They've got great sourdough pizza. They've got great burgers. They've got great wings, all the in-betweens. Veer North is the place to be for just a cocktail, for a night out, for dinner, for happy hour, all the in-betweens. Check them out, Veer North on Milwaukee's East Side, also with shuttles to Milwaukee baseball games and Summerfest, which we were just talking about. It's coming up quick. Veer North on Milwaukee's East Side, your favorite new location.
Strip it down to the studs with the same people. Does that make sense? Find out together.
This is Kyle, Brust Nortman, KBN.
If and buts are candies and nuts, we could have a party.
See, I
You
got
were
nuts.
way off.
I said if and buts were peanuts and nuts, and then I didn't know the rest.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got southbound 43 backing up from just before North Avenue all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. Northbound's just a little heavy from Fond du Lac Avenue up to north. Westbound 94 heavy from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, we got some backups from 70th Street all the way to 35th. And then on northbound 41 backing up from Watertown Plank Road all the way past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, a chance for a wintry mix to the north, showers likely, a low of 34. Then tomorrow, rain likely, half an inch total, windy with a high of 61. Weather's brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey fans, John Kuhn here, team captain of the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and there's a reason it's considered the Midwest premier place to bet on all your favorite sports. The full bar, awesome dining, 2,000 square foot screen, and nearly 100 betting kiosks makes for an unbeatable playbook. Bet above the rest, only at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and you can take action locally. Join La Causa on April 13th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Blue Tender, a special fundraising event at Blue at the Pfister, supporting La Causa's Crisis Nursery, southeastern Wisconsin's only shelter providing emergency care for children in crisis. Enjoy a night out while giving back, with 100% of tips and 10% of bar sales donated, and all proceeds matched. Make your impact go twice as far. Visit lacausa.org for details.
Homer here for Window Nation. Spring has arrived and it'll be a great time to open your windows and... Wait, your windows won't open easily? They leak when it rains? They have cracked glass? They need repainting again? It's time to talk with the pros at Window Nation and put an end to your window problems. Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation, easy and affordable. Right now, during the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, save up to 50% off all your windows. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest financing for 5 years. As a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, book a consultation and ask how you could score a pair of Brewers tickets. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is your home. Experts report that windows retain 80% of their value. With Window Nation, you'll get windows that easily slide open and close, won't leak when it's rainy or windy, and are maintenance-free. Put an end to your window problems now. Save big with Window Nations. The more you buy, the more you save. Visit windownation.com to book a consultation.
You ever ever notice that some people are picky when it comes to their beer? But Yuengling gets it. That's why they brew a beer for every taste. Start with a legend, a Yuengling traditional lager, a smooth amber lager that's been around longer than our great football rivalries. Then there's light lager. It's crisp and easy drinking. Golden Pilsner with a clean, refreshing taste, and the Black and Tan, a perfect blend of porter and Pilsner. Whether I'm tailgating, watching the game at a sports bar, or just kicking back, I'm reaching for a Yuengling. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle Wallace.
Uh-oh.
Why is it uh-oh?
Well, you said my name.
I feel like a teacher at class or something.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I do now? Oh, I ain't even do nothing this time.
That sounded too real.
It happened.
I know. I could tell. Ben Brust, Brad Nortman, Alex Strouf were all part of the show. I just said Kyle Wallace in a certain way because I wanted to know why you think this was such a good offseason for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I think a lot of people aren't understanding that this offseason wasn't about making the big splash move. The Green Bay Packers weren't that far off. The big splash move is, I don't know, getting Micah Parsons back. I don't know, getting Tucker Kraft back. I don't know, getting Zach Tom back. And so those are already big splash moves. It's just getting your own guys healthy who led you to a 9-3-1 record going into the Denver Broncos game. So the big thing this offseason was all about is shoring up some of the bad pieces and spots that we had. So we already know the Green Bay Packers needed to find some more beef on the defensive line after moving on from Kenny Clark. And what did they get? They got Hargrave. We already knew Quay Walker was going to move on, but he lacked a lot of maturity. What do? We brought in Xavier. Excuse me.
Xavier.
No. Xavier.
Nope.
Excuse me.
Nope.
It's not Xavier. Xavier. What? Yes, it is. It's Zavier. Is it not?
How do you pronounce that?
I don't know, fellas.
Zaire.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know why I said
Zaire Franklin.
Where'd you get the V?
I don't
It's
know.
Zaire.
So in the same breath that he's saying how great the offseason was for getting rid of Quay Walker for his immaturity, you didn't know the name of the player in which they were replacing him with.
Zaire
Sneaky
Franklin.
good season.
No, it is. But it's not just about that. It's about
it's about this.
It's about bringing in veteran leadership and veteran presence. That's what this Green Bay Packers team lacked last season. We saw it. You saw Matt LaFleur talk about it. You saw Evan Williams talk about it at the end of last year. It's how they couldn't close out games because they lacked the level of maturity. And then you had your head coach come out and say a lot of guys were disgruntled in the locker room. The Packers lack a veteran presence, and that's exactly what they were able to bring in at the inside linebacker position, where we all know growing up that inside linebacker could be the heart and soul of your defense, and that's what they brought in. And then on top of that, you brought in a special teams piece where we understand the punt return and kick return game weren't great, especially the punt return game. And what did you do? You brought yourself in the Sky Moore that enhances that. So again, we didn't have the big splash moves, but I don't think the Packers need to make a big splash because the big splash is getting Micah, the big splash is getting Tucker Kraft, and then all of a sudden you just bring in these complementary pieces like a Sky Moore. So I'm good with that.
Offensive line, cornerback, and backup QB are the three. And
oh my God.
What?
You're talking about backup QB.
The Packers have needed a backup quarterback.
You're the guy that calls
Jordan Love injury prone.
But what I'm saying is that isn't like a high priority.
It
should be.
Why isn't it?
Well, they'll be fine. We got Matt LaFleur.
Packers
We'll be
wouldn't
fine.
have made the playoffs either of the last 2 years without a competent backup quarterback.
Yeah, but you got Matt LaFleur who's going to make sure you have a competent backup quarterback.
But when they didn't have Malik Willis, they had Sean Clifford.
Well, they didn't
Who
need
was an
Sean
incompetent backup quarterback.
They didn't need Sean Clifford.
Luckily, because he didn't get hurt.
They didn't need him.
The injury-prone, according to you, quarterback didn't get hurt the 1 year that Sean Clifford was the backup.
Thank goodness we didn't need him. So I have all the confidence.
So now it's just a flip of the coin for you.
No,
fascinated by your brain.
Desmond Ridder and Kyle McCourt will be A-okay.
Come on.
Yeah. See, here's the thing.
Desmond Ridder.
So if Love goes down for a game and a half, 2 games, you're confident they can get 2 wins for you?
Yes, I'm confident that Matt LaFleur can create a game plan to get 2 wins for us. You can bring up the tape from when we traded for Malik Willis. These 2 guys sitting from across from me, they hated it. They could.
But you don't want a backup quarterback.
They traded a 7th round pick for Malik Malik Willis? No, I had faith and belief that Matt LaFleur was going to be able to cook up what he needed to. He's going to look at the skill set that Desmond Ridder has, or look at the skill set that Kyle McCord had. As for 2 games, sure. I mean, I trust Matt LaFleur. Again, you were doing the same thing.
The player still needs to go do it, though.
Yeah, I trust. Desmond Ridder won games as a quarterback. Hell, he beat the Green Bay Packers. What are we talking about? You laughing, but I'm serious.
Desmond Ridder.
He beat the Green Bay Packers, did he not?
I don't care about that.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter to that guy. You said, can he get you to win 2 games? And I just told you he's beaten our team before. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
No, he's not a great quarterback, but he'd be a backup. That's what I'm saying. I trust Matt LaFleur to coach up these quarterbacks. You can't y'all talk trash about Malik Willis, and look where Malik at now.
Talking trash. I don't think we talk trash about Malik
yes, you
Willis.
did.
I don't think we talk trash about it.
He can't throw.
We didn't say that. That's a report.
Y'all laugh when Jen Latta had the report. They say he
16
can't throw.
touchdowns to 14 interceptions in Desmond Ridder's career.
Kyle, all due respect, my memory might just suck. When did Ridder beat the Packers?
He beat the Packers when we went down to Atlanta.
What year? 23?
That was 2023 game.
Jordan Love's first or second or third game?
Yeah, when he had to snap. He's the
snafu. Snafu.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
That's not beating the Packers. That's the Packers
he's
beating
been on
themselves.
like 6 teams since then.
Yeah, he just ain't had a
No, he's
quarterback.
just been with Atlanta twice and Las Vegas.
I'm just saying, in a year where you want to win the division, the margins are razor thin, you need a darn good backup.
You want to win the North?
I do want to win the North.
And you think it's a good plan to have Desmond Ridder behind
the
him?
whole point of saying backup quarterback is, the Packers need to get some more guys on the offensive line, right? They got to get depth there, and they got to find them a cornerback. But at the end of the day, the Packers are going to be running it back with, in my eyes, a better cornerback room than what they had going into last season, because I do believe that Nate Hobbs being gone is a plus for us.
Probably a better cornerback room. Not by a lot, because it's not like you're changing your starters.
It's a wash.
Juice is better than Hobbs. Mark my words.
Juice is better than Hobbs. I agree.
Historically, he hasn't been.
It's hard to do worse than Hobbs' last season.
In this past season, St. Juice was phenomenal in zone 3.
It's still Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon, though.
Again, and look what they were able to do last year. Again, I want to upgrade that position, but what I'm telling you, fellas, is that the defense was good enough when Michael Parsons was there. We weren't complaining about how bad the cornerback room was when Michael Parsons was still around. We wanted to have an upgrade, but again, I believe that this team is put in a position to be successful with the moves that were made. They upgraded the team. The team is better. I just don't understand why we don't get that. The team is better than what they were. We have an upgrade at the linebacker position because Zaire Franklin's going to be better than Quay Walker in this defense. And then
automatically, because Kyle said so, even though he didn't know his name 10 minutes ago.
Listen, we have brain farts. It happens. It happens.
I want to know what Homer thinks on the other side. I want to know if he thinks the Green Bay Packers are better, as Kyle Wallace proclaims. But first, Strouf, you're going to tell us about how you did the right thing.
I always do the right thing. Well, not always. You're right about that. But I certainly did this time. You would agree with that?
Of course.
Because I went to Robert Hack Diamonds to get my fiance's engagement ring and for whatever's coming next as we plan our wedding. Robert Hack Diamonds, 3 locations in southeast Wisconsin and the Milwaukee area. 1 in Greenfield, that's where I went. Hi, Leslie. And the 2 in Brookfield, 1 on the north side, 1 on the south side. And online, Robert Hack, HAACK Diamonds.com. They are Wisconsin's most trusted name in diamonds. Lab-grown, natural, all the in-betweens. If you're looking to take that next step or you're just looking to treat your special someone, Robert Hack Diamonds is the place for you. Check him out, Robert Hack Diamonds. Hack, yeah.
Homer.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman.
Is one of the things that your girlfriend gets upset with is you interrupting her like this?
Probably.
I just complimented you. What the hell?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
Yeah, coaching matters a lot, and we've fallen short. Those are the facts. Matt LaFleur's on the clock, man. And I know he got an extension, but I'll say this. If they revert and don't get better, you're evaluated on your results.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody knows, it's championship or bust. That is what Green Bay is. And unfortunately, we've had 15 years of bust.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm not against shopping online. In fact, you can check out our huge selection at BurkhartSportingGoods.com. But when you're ready to buy, Burkhart should be your only stop. Because here, you can grab hold of the Midwest's largest selection of baseball bats, gloves, and equipment, and take all the swings you need in our indoor batting cages to make sure you buy the right bat. And when you buy your new mitt, we'll steam and custom fit it for you right on the spot. This is Brian Burkhart, and when you love baseball and softball like we do,
You can't beat Burkhart.
If you're in charge of uniforms and equipment, you want to get the most value for your team's budget. You want the most for your money, and you want the process to be easy. Because you already have enough on your plate. We get it. Burkhart Sporting Goods Team Outfitting Division is the best you'll find. With an abnormally high customer satisfaction rate and our own silk screening and embroidery facility for quality control. So if you want the highest quality team outfitting and incredible service,
You can't beat Burkhart.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousins Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousins Subs, we believe in better.
Make your next meal Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken. Right now, get a crispy chicken sandwich, regular or pepper jacked, for just $3.99. Feeding the crew? Grab an 8-piece bone-in fried chicken for only $9.99. And don't forget to dip it in Quick Trip's No Ordinary Chicken sauce. Short on time? Order ahead with the Quick Rewards app and make it fast. Stop in today for your No Ordinary Chicken. Crunch outside, tender inside. Only at Quick Trip.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Hi, I'm Eric Zauner, Marine Corps veteran and board member for the Center for Veterans Issues, calling on the community to tee it up for a great cause. On Monday, June 15th, CVI is hosting its 5th annual golf outing at the River Club in Mequon. This year's event is supporting CVI's permanent supportive housing program, dedicated to assisting chronically homeless or disabled veterans and their families. Grab your clubs and support our veterans today. Register to golf, sponsor, or donate at cvivet.org/events.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
This is Kyle Brust Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. Oh, wow. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle Brust Nortman.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust Nortman.
What is wrong? You guys are asking about what the Packers have to do. They have to do nothing. Nothing. They're fine. If those injuries hadn't occurred, they might have made the Super Bowl.
Give me some, home slice.
I don't agree with it. I think they're crazy, but that's what they're thinking. Ain't no damn way they're that good, but that's what they're thinking. Owner says, hey, you guys are doing so good. Oh, yeah, you sucked the last 5 in a row. So what? Here's 3 more years. Baby, we got it going. We don't have to change nothing. And they've changed nothing.
No, they have changed something.
The stuff you mentioned is like changing equipment manager.
So wait a minute. Veteran leadership doesn't
two
matter.
Guys don't even knew existed.
Oh, now that's a lie. Everybody knew who Javon Hargrave was now.
What?
Yeah.
How many different teams? 2 years ago, he was good. Last year, he sucked.
No, he didn't suck last year. He did not suck last year. Now.
Look up the numbers.
Zaire
Franklin was ranked 200 out of 190 players.
No, okay. Homer.
Hey, well, what do you mean? They did nothing. They done nothing.
I will say,
Zaire Franklin had a down year, but the year before he was an All-Pro.
Fine, okay.
And you're talking about veteran presence and leadership. And look at the forced turnover, something that Quay Walker just cannot do. Is forced turnovers.
No, They have to do more. You can't be that bad 2 years in a row.
Exactly, and then you bring in guys who played under the current current defensive coordinator that literally said, "Hey, these are the guys I like." So
you have talked about Javon Hargrave in a way where it's starting to sound like you think he's Aaron Donald.
That's not true.
Understand they've done literally nothing because they don't feel they need to do anything. Now, the head coach decided we got to change the offense. You call those people something? Year after you got Micah Parsons?
Yes, it takes a full 22 guys who are, well, I guess 11 guys on each side of the ball, but it takes 11 guys on the football field to contribute to being successful.
What would they have to have done to say they've done almost nothing?
Well, if they lost Quay and they did nothing about it, and we're talking about Isaiah McDuffie or Tyron Hopper, then I'll be a little disappointed here because those guys haven't shown enough for me that they can be studs, right? Zaire Franklin has shown that he can be a stud. He was an NFL All-Pro. So that's what, and it's, again, the Sky Moore move is a sneaky good move, is it not? Think about how important special teams are. Bradley.
It's important, and you're talking about guys that are filling role positions, right? So if they play at their best, maybe it amounts for another win.
Homer, when you see the Packers are 5th in odds to win the Super Bowl, is that something where you think
that's crazy?
Why is it crazy?
There's no way 5th best.
How do you flip so quick? You went from saying, this team ain't losing the NFL NFC North.
Ask me what I think they should be.
What should they be?
I don't know, 7th, 8th.
Not too far off.
No, they're good.
That means you're in the conversation.
Fine, they'll be in that conversation. There's only one thing that matters. You have that believe it or not believe it, and nothing else matters.
So what?
They going to win the division? Yes or no?
So what makes you?
Are they going? We're not talking
the Packers will win the division.
All right,
now the biggest question mark that I do have going into the season for unknowns is what is that offensive line going to look like as a cohesive unit? That is the biggest question mark.
You should have listened to Brian Bulaga. He's
good. He feels good about it
because of LaFleur saying he's going to go back to the old system. The way they did it. However they did the offensive line.
The outside zones in the run game?
However they call it. It's a different.
Because they did duo blocking
They
this
changed
past year.
it because they thought Jacobs needed to do it a different way.
Yeah, he needed to be more
LaFleur's
inside.
Going back.
So is that his commentary on saying we're going to rip it down to the studs?
Yeah,
and
that's
start
what he
over?
likes. He likes it. Because I said if the head coach said that to me after 7 years, he's fired. You're going back to the beginnings? That's what you do when we fire a coach. You bring a new guy in. But when Bulaga explained it from the offensive line aspect, I thought, okay, I'll give you that.
We still don't know if these guys are capable of being high-quality
That's correct,
linemen.
but he believes that even if not capable, this gives him the best chance to be capable.
And I do think the Packers believe it's Sean Ryan at center, or they wouldn't have paid him the way that they did. They know that Zach Tom was good when he was healthy. We're going to see what's up with Jordan Morgan. Aaron Banks, they paid him big time.
He loves listening.
We're fantastic. We're ready to go. If those people hadn't been hurt, we might have made the Super Bowl. We give the head coach 3 more years. We give the GM 3 more years.
Homer, do you believe
Baby,
that?
we're on. They're crazy.
So you think if Michael Parsons, Tucker Kraft, and Devontae Wyatt don't go down, you don't think this Packers team playing in the NFC championship?
No, I do not. No.
Well, based off of what?
Because I don't think
Wait. That doesn't make. What did they display
You
to
asked him the question.
Okay, he answered it. What did they display to you when they were healthy?
It's who they had to beat to get that far. I don't think they could beat.
What do you mean? Who did they have to be? You talking about the Rams, or you talking about the? Okay. All right, so you think it's Rams and Seattle were the 2 teams they couldn't beat?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. If you believe that, I believe that they could have beat the Rams. I do not believe they would have beat Seattle. Seattle had an edge.
Okay. But, it's all good.
Because the Rams had to go on the road.
They're not going to have the injuries. They're not going to have the injuries. Like, when you have those injuries and you collapse the way they did, that tells me the team you got. There was no reason they had to get crushed by Baltimore, and there was no reason they had to blow those games the way they did. That's what a team does when they don't have...
And so you're saying this is a waste.
Anybody else been the head coach? Mike, they would have found a way to win that division. Instead, they found a way to suck totally.
Anybody
a good
else.
coach.
Anybody else.
A really good coach. A special coach.
So you don't believe in the Packers because Matt LaFleur's a coach?
No. Everything about the team is good, not good enough. You saw good enough. You saw what Seattle did to be good enough. You've seen good enough with the Rams. You've even seen good enough with San Francisco. Who have you seen good enough? When have you seen good enough from the Packers? One game when they beat Dallas. Now, last year, we had them, we were ahead, then we had these injuries, and then you fell apart like you didn't have crap on the team. You don't fall apart like that. When things go bad, that's when coaches say, we find out what you really are.
And that's why
we found out what they were. They suck.
And that's why they had to figure it out. And that's why they wanted to bring in a veteran presence in order to figure that out, because there was stuff going on in that locker room.
And you
that they
think
have
that
talked
veteran presence is going to change the coach and the staff?
We can only trust Matt LaFleur and Goody. Listen, who else am I going to trust? Them, the guys making the decisions.
I trust them to be good. They'll get you that B on the test every week. Every week they'll get you that
Homer,
B. When you start looking for people that get B,
Homer, when we get to week two, and Homer's talking about NFC North,
let me ask,
they're going to win.
Talk about that. I got burned. I was wrong. It ain't going to happen again.
All right, we'll see now. You may not. We'll see now.
Yes, we will.
Like this.
Oh, man.
How many games
are they looking for people that get B's?
How many games do they win? What do you think, Kyle?
I got to see the way the schedule looks.
Here we go. They are good.
They're going to win. I believe they're probably going to win 11 games this year, but it depends on how the schedule looks and who they play and what weeks it is.
It's all about winning the division.
It is.
Find a way to win the division.
Yeah, you got to win the division.
It's them and the Lions.
Rain Man.
Win the damn division. I'll get you guys a T-shirt.
Max.